Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ardmore High School football here on the AHS Sports Network. Again, another beautiful week here for Ardmore football. It's Coach Patrick Cornell, as always, joined by Coach Brian O'Donnell. We are here on top of Brindley Mountain this evening, sun blaring in our face, as we have traveled to Arab tonight to face the Arabian Nights. Coach, it's always a pleasure to have you here with me. What are your thoughts as you're trying to stare through this sun and see what's going on the field?
It is a great night. It's a great night for football. It looks here in about maybe 45 minutes that'll hit underneath the trees right there, and we'll be gearing up for some football. A little hot, but hey, it's better than rain. And then by the end of the season, we'll be saying it's better than cold. So really excited to get out here tonight and build on the momentum from last week, coming off a big victory over our rival, and now this week, getting ready for what's going to be a really physical game. Really going to help us as we get ready to get into region play next week. Playing a very physical, talented Ardmore Arabian Night football squad, who is also 1-0 after a big rivalry win over Guntersville last week.
Yes, sir. And so let's go back to last week a little bit. We had a big victory last week over East, 3 years in a row. I know that's a big momentum builder for the program. The score really doesn't tell the whole story because it felt like for most of the evening Ardmore dominated that game. I mean, we were up 21-10 at half. We come back out. They score a touchdown. We get a punt return. And then late, it got a little bit hairy, but there, all of a sudden they missed that field goal. If we'd have got the first down, we would have been able to clock the ball. But then, great play call right there at the end. You're up 3. Coach Wales, Coach Snyder, the boys come together and say, hey, Alex, can you run the last 10 seconds off? And he's able to, and we go and get a victory, 27-26. So a few stats from last week's game. Alex threw for 74 yards last week, 4 completions with 1 touchdown. Caden Hazelwood, our leading receiver, 2 receptions for 45 yards. And then Mr. Do-It-All for the Tigers, 19 runs for 97 yards. But he also had a huge punt return touchdown of 65 yards there that really kind of cemented the victory there for us. And then on the defensive side of the ball, Azriel Lozano led the team with 8 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, and he recovered that huge block punt into the end zone. Kind of a hilarious point of the broadcast as we talked to him a little bit this week, and you'll see him at halftime. He didn't even realize that the pants were coming down. He was moving so fast that everything was kind of shimmying and sliding, but he goes into the end zone for a touchdown. Now, we had 54 total plays, 182 total yards of offense. We are definitely going to have to improve on that, Coach. As we come to Arab tonight, they're feeling really good after a big rivalry victory for themselves last week. Coach, what are your thoughts on Arab as we go into tonight's game?
And you're going to see throughout the region, it's going to be a lot of physical games. This may very well be the most physical game and also probably the fastest game that we'll have all season. Arab is predicated on running the ball. They'll get in the shotgun, and they will run it. They'll run it with their quarterback. They'll run it with their running back, and then it kind of goes to some of the keys of the game. Again, for us offensively, we've got to be able to take what they give us. They run a 3-3-5, but they're very exotic in how they do it, where they put their linebackers at, and the short passing game is going to have to kind of be an extension of our run game this week. Look to see a lot of quick outs, a lot of 3 to 5 yard hitches with how far their DBs play off, and again that's going to be key, is being able to do that. And we will get to I think we're going to be doing the national anthem, so we'll finish the keys to the game here shortly after that.
We pause a moment this evening to reflect on our blessings, remember our military and first responders, and of course the safety of our student athletes.
Thank you. The colors are presented tonight by the Arab Junior ROTC Color Guard. The commanders Cole Kelso, Lead rifle is Siler Chenowitz. The U.S. flag is presented by Dawson Lewis. The state flag by Stella Fuller. The battalion flag by Layla Smith. And the end rifle is Nicholas Simmons. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem is performed by the Urim High Band under the direction of band director Patrick Daly.
Again, great job of the band right there. It's great to be back with you guys. Kind of dropping back to the keys of the game. You know, we talking about what they give us. We're gonna have to finish out drives tonight. They're gonna allow us to move the ball down the field, and then when they get inside the 20, they're gonna really lock it down. Gunnersville, I know, got to the red zone 3 times last week, and we're 0 for 3 in the red zone. Started a lot of their possessions on the Arab side of the field, and just could not close out drives, could not score any. And so that's going to be a real key tonight, is to be able to finish out our drives when we get down there with either 3 points or a touchdown. Just get points on the board, and then again, don't let their offensive line get to the second level. They're a power run team. Their offensive line's really good. They have a offensive line commit going to Alabama, and they're going to run it. They run it 90% of the time. I think they ran it 41 times last week, and they're going to run it and make you like it. And then when they lull you to sleep, they're going to do a lot of misdirection fakes, and they're going to hit their big man, Tucker Willis, who, again, it's not going to do it justice, but he's 6'7", 210 pounds, and he moves like a gazelle.
Coach, he is a legit 6'7", too, because we saw his brother. His brother's the offensive line commit going to Alabama, and I'm going to tell you what, they list him at 6'6", and he is taller than him. So that's going to be an interesting. It's going to be an interesting matchup on the outside for our corners. As athletic as we are, we can put our tallest guy out there, and he's still 4 or 5 inches taller than us. So, Coach, while we have a second, I'm going to go ahead and hit these captains for us tonight. Going from left to right, our captains for tonight's game for your Tigers. First up, you're going to have, looks like that's going to be number 2, Landon Combs is going to be on your far left. Then you're going to have Jalen Smith, number 2. You're going to have Caden Hazelwood, number 15, and number 54, Braden McKnight, as captains for tonight's game. For Arab, you obviously have the big offensive line commit there, number 55, Stafford Willis, listed at 6'6", 295. You have number 10, Graham Grisham, senior wide receiver, 6'1", 173. Dallas Helton, senior linebacker, 5'11", 175, and number 63, senior offensive lineman Bryson Trusley, listed at 6'3", 250. Coach, we were commenting before the game, obviously we are a very athletic bunch. This is probably one of our stronger teams, even compared to the successes we've had previously of just athletes and good body builds for the game of football. Arab has some dudes. I'm not going to say that's going to be conducive of what's going to happen in the game, but my goodness, I know for a fact that if Tucker Willis walked into Ardmore High School right now, that you would be chomping at the bit to see about if he could get him on a basketball court, just to see if he could stand there and be a big body for you.
I mean, yeah, like that would be a sight to see, and they are. They're just massive across the offensive line. Their skill guys are all over 6 foot. I think, looking at all their guys on the offensive line, you got 222, 260, 290, 260, and 222, and they move really well. And so, Arab, when I was at Albertville and we faced Arab in basketball, they always had big guys. But this is a whole nother level, and they're not skinny guys. I mean, they, like you said, their builds, weight room. So it's going to be a good challenge for us tonight. And like I said, you play everything to get ready for region play, and this is going to be really big for us to get ready to jump into region play next week.
So I know we've talked a lot about Arab, Coach, but let's go back to last week's game, because again, this really was a momentum builder for the Tigers. We know we're going into a tough region. We've got a tough game on the road this week against Arab. We got a 3-hour trek next week to go to Hamilton, and then we finish up with another region matchup in Brooks. So 3 away games in a row, a little bit of a momentum builder. But, hey, we sat down, we told the folks at home that we're going to have a play of the week every week from our games, regardless of what happens. And this play, it set the tone. It cemented the victory for the Tigers, and that's going to be Javian's punt return touchdown.
Yeah, again, a huge play by Javian.
And let's go to that. I think we have that on video if we can.
Again, does a great job of catching off the bounce and just hits the ground running.
I mean, and you just watch him here. Like, you knew we were going to gain some yards right there, and he just seems to bounce off the block. And then next thing we know, we've sealed that edge. Great job by our defenders. The previous week we had a penalty for a blindside block. Our defenders just kept the hands up and got in the way, and Javian really did the rest. I mean, it's unlike him to not score a rushing touchdown in the game, but he obviously got in the end zone for us. And really when we needed it the most, coming off of them scoring right out of halftime.
Yeah, that just a massive play, and you can see right here you got the guys lining up, and then he sticks his foot in the ground, coming up and just kind of cuts it up. Great job by 11 and 1 right there blocking, and big key to the game. And again, he didn't have the most yards that we always see out of him. Still had 97. And so big play right there. Great special teams. Again, our special teams over the last couple of years have been really good. And here come your Tigers as they come out ready to go.
Hey, and you're hearing the Ardmore faithful get after it. We traveled really well, Coach. I mean, obviously the band rolled in kind of right on time. They are in full uniform tonight. But it's nice to hear the Ardmore faithful here looking really, really good. We commented how nice these white jerseys are popping tonight. Black helmets, white jerseys, black pants, and the Arabian Knights have taken the field as well in their white helmets and all blue. I mean, you couldn't really ask for a better uniform game, to be honest, especially as people who are sitting up high watching the game. You're going to be able to see everything pop, and it's going to be interesting. Coach, I'm going to be honest with you. I got so distracted talking about the play of the game last week. I don't know who's kicking or who's we will receive. Well, you know what, Coach, that was a big thing for us last week. We received the opening kickoff. We had a decent drive, gave up some points, and then went down and scored. We learned from it. So going to be interesting to see what Coach Wales and the rest of the offensive staff comes up with. Coach McLaughlin, the offensive line, Coach Beater with those wide receivers, and Coach Pappy himself with a three-headed monster at running back. We'll be really interested to see what goes on. And we'll try and get a few more of the Arabian Knights once they hit the field doing the kicking duties. We have a full staff of referees tonight, Coach, so that will be nice. Last week having to do it with 5. Maybe we'll get a play clock this week, Coach. I have seen the numbers shift, so that'll be a nice thing that we're not going to have to be questioning whether we're getting a delay of game or not. So here we are, just kind of waiting on things to start. The sun is heading a little bit lower, which is going to be great for us. And let's get our offensive starters here for tonight's game against the Arabian Knights. First off, we got our quarterback. That's going to be number 5, Alex King. We've got our running back, which is number 0, Javian Riddle. We're going to have our wide receivers, which is going to be Judah Wise and Caden Hazelwood, number 3 and number 15, respectively. Our B-back, number 16, Carter Apodaca. Our tight end, Jaden Dorning, and then the same 5 on our offensive line. Quick tackle is going to be Jason Riddle. Quick guard, Braden McKnight. Center, Jovan Rodriguez. Strong guard, Landon Snyder. And strong tackle, Shane McKnight. Coach, it looks as though that is going to be number 94. That is Ty Kirkland, senior, for the Arab Knights, doing the kicking duties. It was senior night here at Arab tonight, so we got to see them get recognized. And I know that here in a few weeks, I think the beginning of October, we will be recognizing our 2021, 22 seniors that we have. And here we go. Kirkland's kick is up. It is a short kick, going to be returnable, fielded by Jalen Smith just outside of our 10-yard line. And he is going to get to right about the 30-yard line. Might be a little bit short. Excuse me, that was Javian Riddle on the return. Looked like Jalen, Coach, with the numbers, but that is going to be Javian Riddle on the return. They're going to mark him at the 30. It will be a CB&S Bank first down for your Tigers. Coach, give us a little bit of this defensive look for Arab as you're seeing these numbers come out.
So you'll see across the line in their 3-3-5, you'll have senior Hunter Stevens, number 50 Jake Alcantara at nose, number 6 Sam Kinnair at edge, and then you'll go to Christian Doss, Dallas Helton, Connor Partain as Alex gets ready. There you go. And
Carter is wide open there, and he is moving down the field. That is a 25-yard completion there for Alex to Carter Apodaca, CB&S Bank first down. And, Coach, you talked about it. Give what they're willing to give us, or take what they're willing to give us. If they're going to play off, we're just going to settle for those short routes.
Yeah, and that's going to be key. When you got space, sometimes there's specific routes yardage-wise. Sometimes if there's green grass, just sit down, turn your hands open, get ready to catch it, and here we go with Javian up the middle.
And that's going to be about a 4-yard gain there for Javian. The big key that Coach Wales was talking to us about in the hallway this week is going to be that linebacker group. They play a 3-3-5. They give a lot of exotic blitz looks, so it's going to be a big thing for our offensive line to pick guys up. But watch for scheme changes in that secondary. We complete a few passes, and things are going to change quickly. But right now, I mean, they're giving 5 yards on the far side to Hazelwood, and Judah Wise has got about 8 yards between him. Javian's going out to the left. They're going to set it down to him, and he does a great job of breaking a few tackles. I think he's going to get maybe he loses one, Coach, but again, that's where their athletes are. That's what we're going to have to worry about. Is the line's going to be good. They're going to hold up, but their athletes are in their linebacker core and their secondary. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6 or 7 for all the folks at home laughing.
Yeah, no, that's going to be the key, is to try to get to 3rd and manageable and give yourself, again, the option to either sit down on a route or even run it.
New look for us, Coach. We're going to have Carter Apodaca taking the snap. Alex is out wide. Javian in motion here. Going to hand it to Javian with some blockers in front of him. And ball's on the ground. That's a great job right there by that's actually going to be one Shane McKnight picking that thing up. Offensive linemen are athletes too, Coach. Offensive linemen are athletes too.
Braden McKnight, my man, he can move. So I fully expected him. He could pick that up and run with it. But, again, hey, we flipped the field position, and that's going to be a big part of tonight is field position battle. Don't get, too far back. So we're going to be punting from the looks like, the 46. And,
yes.
And we'll be able to control the field position right here with a good punt.
Be interested to see what Arab does here. They are coming, and that was really a great job of getting the punt off. We are going to have to make a tackle, and that's a great job right there. Brought down by number 8 for your Tigers. That is going to be Lucas Green making that tackle. Well. Gavin McCorkle. But the other big thing that we found out last week about the Tigers, Coach, we're obviously replacing a great kicker and a great punter. Yeah. Russell Carter did a great job last week on extra points. We did miss one, but great job nonetheless in his first real offensive game. But give credit where credit's due. Jalen Smith, real skeptical about what we were going to see punting-wise. We're just hoping to get it off, and he's been very, very solid back there doing the punting for us. Here we go. Nick Stevens is going to execute the offense. He's going to run, followed Stafford Willis is lead blocking for him, and he's going to get to the outside, and he's going to run out of bounds, forced out of bounds by number 24 for your Tigers. That is going to be Zayden Robinson. Coach, it is going to be doing an interesting battle. They are going to want to run the ball behind that big offensive line, and we are just going to have to be very physical and get off some blocks because, again, Coach, we talked about it. There are athletes everywhere on this field.
Yeah, they're getting downfield in the second, third level, and that's not what you want to see as a linebacker and a DB. It's some big offensive linemen coming at you right here.
Here we go. The run goes to number 3, Mason Ingram, sophomore, Coach, listed at 5'9", 165. He's going to gain about 3, and that's going to bring up second down and 7. He is by far the smallest player on the field at 5'9". I don't know if it's just deceiving because you have 6'6", 6'7", and 6'5" out there next to him, but he looks like a very small individual, but he does not run small.
No, he does not. And, again, you'll see a heavy dose of that and a heavy dose of their quarterback tonight.
Here we go. Looking to pass right here. Big wide receivers right there in the middle of the field. Number 16, Julian Borges, sophomore, 5'11", 178. And, Coach, it looked like we had the ghost man covering him right there.
Yeah, just looked like a busted coverage. Again, on film, they're running it a whole lot. They're doing a lot of misdirection. So our linebackers have to do a really good job of not letting their eyes get in the back of in the backfield like they did right there, and just kind of got lost and sent a guy wide open down the middle. And again, not used to quick drives like this from Arab, but 3 to 4 play drive right there, and so they've thrown a touchdown with a PAT pending. PAT pending will be now Arab.
Oh, it was close, Coach. Almost didn't go in, but he is going to get that through.
Arab 7
and that is
Ardmore 0.
8:33 to go in the first quarter, and it is Arab 7, Ardmore 0. Coach, while we have a second right here, let's go through our championship sponsors for this season, Coach.
Yeah, we sure do appreciate them. Wesco Incorporated, Fowler Auction and Real Estate, Ardmore Auto, Ardmore Cabinet, Douthick Construction, Elite Sanitation Service, Ruderman, Woody Anderson Ford, North Alabama Bank, Butler Realty, GNS Tire and Service Center, First Place Fitness, Jared Walker Construction, and First National Bank.
Thank you guys for everything that y'all do for us. We really appreciate you. I know in the baseball program and the basketball program as well. Coach, really quick drive for Arab. I mean, we knew it was going to be a little bit of a slugfight tonight. They do a lot of things really, really well. Good chance for us to test ourselves. But let's not discount what we did. You know, Carter got that big catch for 25 yards. Going to be interesting to see if Coach Wales changes the dynamic. He talked about saying we may throw a little bit more. We tried to get that ball out to Javian. Be interesting to see here if we take what they give us and just run some hitches and just see if we can methodically, 3 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards, all of a sudden we're in first down again. And here we go. Kirkland is going to be doing the kicking. He is going to be going from our right to left, from left to right from the home press box. And now we have Javian again receiving it just about the 10-yard line. He's following some blockers, and he is going to hit a hole. He's going to be down right about the 33-yard line. But give credit to Javian. He's just kind of slow rolls it, see where the block's going to go, and then he hits that hole, and he's through for an extra 10 yards right there. And good field position again for your Tigers to start 34-yard line.
Yeah, two straight possessions of great field position right here. And, again, like you said, the key is going to be to just continue to take what they give us. It's only 7-0. Don't start chasing points too early when you start doing things like that. With the way their defense is, they'll sneak up and make a play. So just continue to do what we do, still playing far off our receivers. Unless we're going to hand it off to Javian. And again, 2 to 3 yards right here, fall forward, get it to 2nd and 7. And again, you just hope to get 3 to 4 yards each time and get it to 3rd and manageable, 3rd and short, and give yourself a chance. And so that's what we'll do right here. Looks like we'll have a 2nd and 7 with still the same personnel out there. Hazelwood out to the far left. Carter coming back to this side. Judah Wise on the near side as receiver.
Also have Luke Ashley out there.
Luke Ashley's out there. Carter's coming in more is the tight end B back right here on this second and 7.
Great job of sealing right there by Carter. That was a big block as he picked up that linebacker who was coming in. Gave Javian an opportunity to get a couple extra yards. Looked like it's going to be 3rd and 4 right here. So very manageable down in distance for the Tigers right here. But, man, we're going to have to hang our hat on the offensive line tonight. If we're going to let drives linger, they're going to have to be great in pass protection, but they're going to have to be really, really good in some of these exotic blitz coverages that we're going to see coming from the linebackers. Alex's pass is incomplete, and it is intercepted by number 11, Landon Pitt, and he is headed the other way. That bounced off the hands of our wide receiver, and sometimes, Coach, that is the worst thing that can happen. You throw it too well, the wide receiver goes up, it tips, and it almost just slows it down, and it went right into the hands of Pitt right there.
Yeah, and it was the right throw. It was a tight window that you got to fit it in, and just sometimes things like that happen. And when they play far off like that, somebody's going to find it. They had a couple guys around it. He made a great play, and now they're driving on the Ardmore 38-yard line coming in.
Coach, I'm going to say one thing right here. You have number 1 Tucker Willis listed at 6'7", 210. After this play right here, you have Mason Ingram. He is brought down by number 11. That is going to be Dayton Bromett after a gain of
Looks like we're going to have a hold.
About 18, but it is a hold coming on Arab, so that's going to back them up 10 yards and negate that play. But, Coach, I was saying Tucker Willis, you have it at 6'7", but then you have number 14, Owen Lambert. Coach, listen to this stat. Sophomore tight end, 6'6", 231. Both of them on the same side of the field. Your matchup nightmares for our defensive secondary.
Yeah, and you're talking about a mismatch. Whether you put them on a linebacker or
no matter who it is.
it doesn't matter. When they move like that with that type of size, it's tough. And now they're 3 wide out here.
4. We got 4 wide, and they're handing the ball off.
And again,
that's a great tackle right there.
He's quick.
By number 2, Jalen Smith, right back to the going to bring up 2nd down and 9. Sorry, Coach, to cut you off there. 2nd down and 9. But that's the big thing. They're going to spread us 4 wide, and we've got to put body on a body with that type of height. And then all of a sudden you've got, you're averaging 250 across that offensive line. Next thing you know, they've gained 11 yards on first down.
Yeah, they pretty much got back it got it back to 2nd and 10. So gained back to 10 yards. They lost on the hold, but. Again, right here, they're out in the 4 wide. Bring number 14 in motion right here.
I think that's going to be – oh, man. Okay. We're going to bring us back right here, and little extracurriculars there after the whistle. You talk about Owen Lambert. When you are the biggest guy on the field, it's very hard to hide when you do something – like that. Going to be interested to see if these referees are going to continue to let that physicality go on here. Nothing wrong with it while play is live, but the whistle was blown, and there was a good 5 seconds before McCorkle finds himself getting up off the ground.
Yeah.
So,
got to clean that up early. It's better to tone it back and then having to, get everybody calm on this 2nd and 15 right here.
Yes, sir, and there we go. We're going to have a
great job right there by Lucas Green. Again, you talk about Lucas. Lucas is a smart player, does a really good job watching film. They run that a lot, and he did a good job staying home, not over pursuing, and he was there to bring him and force him back up the middle to get some reinforcements there by our linebackers. So great job right there by Lucas and by the defense. And at this heat timeout, now we're sitting at a 3rd and 15, so we've got a chance to get off the field and hopefully get the ball back right here and maybe get a little bit of momentum going.
Yes, sir. Will be really interesting to see what happens coming out of this heat timeout with 3rd and 10 to go here, because they are in this kind of confusing part of the field. If we can get a stop right here and keep it 3rd and 10, you may see them punt. They get 5 yards. Coach, I don't know what Ty Kirkland can do with that type of leg, because you get 5 yards, you're still looking at a 40-yard field goal. It might be an interesting situation where they go, hey, our defense has had some success, and we'll see about going for it and see, hey, we'll give them the field position where they've started on the kickoffs and see what happens here. But this is a big 3rd down for the Tigers to try and get us off the field. Look for Landon Combs. He is going against Stafford Willis out there on the left-hand side of that line. Interested to see what happens, and they're going to go out to the right. Pass is complete to number 16, Julian Borges. He is forced out of bounds over there by Zayden Robinson and Dayton Bromett.
Looks like we will have a first down.
But it is going to be a first down. And again, you've just got an interesting dynamic that's going on here with the Arabian Nights. Coach, I know that we'll let this play happen, but we just got an update for the folks at home that we would love to share with you in a game for a crosstown rival here. But here we go. Going to see what Stevens does right here. They're going to hand the ball off to number 3, Mason Ingram. He is going to be brought down
Great job right
by
there.
Several Tigers. First there is number 4, Austin Kanzler. Coach, what kind of information did we just get right there?
So we just received a text. Columbia Eagles, first play of the game, 97 yards to the house. And it looks like they are now up, PAT pending, 7-0 over the East Limestone Indians as they look to, after breaking the 101 game winning streak, losing streak, looking to go on to a 2-game winning streak.
Coach, I don't. Columbia better watch out. They win 2 games in a row. The school may not be there on Monday morning. Stevens hands the ball off to Ingram. He just weaves his way through that big offensive line. Great tackle right there by number 15, Caden Hazelwood, but it is going to be enough for a first down. And they are going to have an opportunity to get a first, Coach, regardless of getting in the end zone here. So it looks like it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 13. So they'll have an opportunity. If they get inside the 5, they can get this first down. But, man, that offensive line is something else.
Yeah, they're really leaning on us, and now you're in the – you got to kind of look for number 1 right here lined up, running a route, playing a jump ball right here. We saw that last week with them, and there he is, 14. He's going to catch it. Looks
That's
like
a great job of tackling right there by number 15, Caden Hazelwood. Give him credit because that is a big body right there in Lambert. He catches the ball. Hazelwood brings him down, and it's going to be 2nd down and 2, for Arab. But, Coach, like you said, a matchup nightmare when you have both of those. Well, one is listed as a wide receiver, but we would call probably both of them two tight end set.
And, again, they got to spread out right here with the running back in the backfield also with the quarterback. And it looks like they're going to
hand it off right here to Ingram. Great job right there by Austin Kanzler, Coach. He just seems to be –
our defensive line and our linebackers have done a great job of answering the bell. Physical team. We've held our own. We've stuffed them a lot of times, and that's a big play right there. It's going to get to looks like a 3rd and 2. Again, they're going to have the opportunity. Yeah, okay. Oh, they gave him the first down.
They gave him first down because we were sitting here on this side looking like 3rd down. Coach,
yeah, but no, that's you're holding them to short yardage right there, and holding our own right here on the defensive line. Looks like we got. They're going to come back out kind of under center,
looks like
2 out wide, and then the running back in the backfield on this first down, 16 coming in motion.
16 in, and they're handing it to Ingram, and he's going to follow his – he is down. There. Yeah, that's a great spot.
Yep.
Because he did get into the end zone on the one hop, but that's a great job here by the line judge closest to us, and they're subbing, we're subbing right here. And so
great job right there. Guy going both ways tonight. It looks like we got 2 in there going both ways right now. It looks like Brady McKnight's in there as well as
Caden Hazelwood.
Yeah, Hazelwood's in there. 71 is in there. I say 71.
He is. Landon Snyder's there in the middle. I mean, you're going to have to do this against them. Just get
Jason
some bulk.
Looks like he might possibly be in there.
And he's in, but let me tell you what, they earned number 11, Landon Pitt. I mean, they brought a linebacker in to run that ball, Coach, and so, but there was a lot of beef there in the middle, and give credit to both Landon and Jason. They did their job.
Yeah,
he bounced it to the outside, but you're third or second and less than 1 yard into the end zone. He stuck the ball out and he's in the end zone, but it was hard earned.
Yeah, no, and that's a tone setter. That's when you're able to kind of stuff them like that, and they have to fight even for that 1 or 2 yards. That's setting the kind of the tone for the night and for the season. And that was a great job by our defensive line right there.
Bad snap!
Bad snap, and we got a recovery by the Tigers. It looks like that will be number 10, Caden Kyle on the recovery. Also, Jalen Smith was right by, and here we are, another special teams play right here. It's 13-0, and look, we're down 13-0. 2 minutes left in the first quarter, but. Again, the defense, although we have given up 2 touchdowns, I think the physicality we've handled really well. And again, a team like that, they rushed for well over 200 yards last week, And that's what they do. They're going to run it, and you just got to be able to handle it. And we've done a really good job so far. And now here with the offense, just try to get out on the field, take a couple deep breaths. Again, just continue to do what we're doing. You don't have to steer away from what we've talked about doing. Just continue with the game plan. Take what they give us, catch the ball, just turn up field. And then that's what you got to do. You can't panic. And, again, a great job right there. Let's try to get a little bit of momentum going on the offensive side. But, nobody's hurt right here. It's still just a two-possession game, and we got the ball coming out right here.
Yes, sir, and it's kind of crazy. We talked about how slow that first week was. And at points last week against East Limestone, the game, I don't want to say it dragged, but it took a while. Coach, we got 2:19 to go in the first quarter, and we've barely played 20 minutes of football. So it's crazy that's where we are right now. But here we go. We're getting the kickoff again. Both have been to JV, and let's see where our field position is. I think Wales is getting into a nice play call and sequence right here. And again, just some bad luck. That touchdown was propagated on a turnover that hit the wide receiver in the hands. And here we go. This one is going. We're going to let Jalen Smith return this. And he's not going to get as much yardage as Javian did. I think the decision-making of trying to figure out who was going to field it kind of cut down that momentum. But we're going to be 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 20-yard line. CB&S Bank first down. But, Coach, it's going to be really interesting to see what Coach Wales does because they're giving us every opportunity to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Now the kind of the ball, no pun intended to make a basketball reference, the ball is now in the court of the wide receivers. Are we going to catch the balls
and
that they're
you see
giving
right
us?
here now we've got Carter back. We've got Javen split out wide. And Carter can run it. He's kind of a Tim Tebow-like guy. He can run it. He can pass it. So right here we're going to fake it, give it to Carter. Again,
he's going to run up the middle right there. He's going to gain.
And that just adds another dimension to our offense. When you got a guy out here that can run it and pass it, that kind of keeps the defense honest as he comes off right here. But great job running, and he's one of those guys that he runs it and he runs it really hard. He doesn't care to hit somebody, and he's really seeking contact. And so great start to the drive, 2nd and 6, very manageable. You can either run it or pass it right here, so we can be pretty deceptive. Great job right there.
Run by Javian, and, Coach, that's going to be a first down for the Tigers. CB&S Bank first down at the ARAB 34-yard line. So that's about where our average, 36-yard line, that's about our average starting field position. So great job by the Tigers right there. 2 runs, showed them a different type of look on first down. Carter kind of softened that defensive line and linebacker core up, and then Javian goes and he does what Javian does, and it's 10 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yeah, and here we go. We got 3 guys out wide, Carter, Judah Wise, and Caden Hazelwood with Javian in the backfield. Again, another run right there. Again, falling forward. It looks like we got 2 or 3 yards right there. Get it to 2nd, 7, and again, that's all you ask. Just get it to 2nd and manageable right here. So it looks like we've got 2nd and 7, and
see if we can get 3 or 4 more. Again, if we can be in 3rd and manageables all night, we're going to take that. Now we know we're not going to get all of them, but if we're having to fight 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 all night, Coach, it's going to be really difficult to do what we want to do, because then at that point the secondary of ARAB is athletic enough that if they wanted to go press, they could.
Yep. Great job again right there.
And Javian's going to get another 4 right here. So we're going to be. It's going to be a long 2 right here,
Probably
Coach. We're right between the 46 and 47 yard line here, but it's going to be about 2.5.
And we may just wait for the quarter to end before we run another play.
I think it might be a great decision.
And while we're doing that, I think my 2 daughters, Emery Jane and Addison Reese, are at home watching before bedtime. I think they made a few comments. So them and Lydia, appreciate them watching tonight. Love them. And I think we're just going to let it ride to the end of the first quarter. And, again, that gives Coach Wells a couple minutes, a few more seconds to kind of decide what we want to do on offense right here on a big 3rd down. And, heck, you never know. With the way we're running the ball, it may be 4-down territory. So we got a little bit of decision to make as we end the first quarter right here.
Yes, sir, and this is Ardmore football. We're going to take a break here on the AHS Sports Network.
Looking for all your home improvement needs? Look no further than King's Hardware. From DIY enthusiasts to professional builders, we've got you covered. Browse our wide selection of tools, paints, plumbing supplies, and more. Need expert advice? Our knowledgeable staff is here to help. Discover the charm of a locally owned store with the variety and prices you love. Visit King's Hardware today and let's build together.
We can't wait to see you here at King's Hardware. Go Tigers!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here for the start of the second quarter. Field has been flipped. We are 3rd down and 3 from the 44-yard line of the Tigers. And, Coach, it's going to be interesting to see. We had that extra minute of time to make a decision here. Going to be interesting look. Let's see what the Knights are going to come up in. They are crowding the line of scrimmage. I guess they're going to dare us to try and get this running. And it's Holt package.
There we go. That's a first down.
And that's a CB&S Bank first down. And
Austin Kanzler on the field as well, as we provided a lot of muscle. Great job right there. Big play. Great first down. And heck, again, we talk about having to pass and do this and that. When you're able to run it like that, we can keep doing that.
Yes, sir, and it was interesting at lunch today. My man Landon Snyder was showing me 4-point stance in Hulk today, so he was giving us a demonstration for Coach McLaughlin in the lunchroom today. Alex King's pass is complete. That's a great catch there by Hazel. Oh, that's Carter Apodaca again. I thought that was Hazelwood, Coach. Carter Apodaca in traffic right there. It's a 5-yard gain, and man, that's got to feel great knowing that you got 2 downs to get 5 right here, especially with 0 in the backfield.
He took a shot. And, heck, we might see by the end of the night, he may be the first player in a while that's caught a pass, thrown a pass, and ran the ball. As he's kind of a jack of all trades tonight. And again, that's big time. Now come to our near side, you got Carter or his older brother, Blake Apodaca, and out wide to the far side, you got Caden Hazelwood and Brody Lindsay with one Javian Riddle in the backfield with Alex King.
And there we go. Pass was going to Blake. I don't know if there was a miscommunication on the route, if he ran too deep, or if that was Alex having to get rid of it, because they did brought a different look right there.
And if he threw it to where Blake was at, that was going to be going the other way.
Yes, it was.
Again, pass rush, you got to do it. I mean, it's kind of a 1-2 read, and he saw the first guy, saw where the defense was at, and he just pretty much kind of threw it away right there. And so that was a good decision, as that could have easily been a interception. So, again, 3rd and manageable right here. Great keep right here by
Alex, and he's going to get us. Coach, it's not going to be enough.
But we may go quick right here.
But it's going to be it looks like we're inside of 1. And here we go.
We're Hulk on. Yep. And I don't blame him right here, and it's going to be it's going to be big against big, and just who can win the line of scrimmage right here. Just really good, fun football right here, and they know what we're going to do. We know what they're going to do, and it's just going to be who can get low and drive them back. And as you got Javian in the backfield with what looks like possibly Austin can't. Nope, that will be
that's Carter in the backfield, and that's a great block by Carter.
Yep, and we got a first down.
And if you're Carter as a freshman, you've got Javian running behind you. Okay, and as good of an athlete as Carter is, I think he would defer to the fact that Javian's probably a little bit better. In that instance, you got a guy coming at you, and it's more along the lines of, please don't let me get blocked back into Javian.
Yeah.
Just let me do enough to let Javian get around me and
I got to
go.
get in the way a little bit. And that's a really good job right there. Austin as well along the side with Shane McKnight and Landon Snyder on that right side. And now we've got 1st and 10, 3 split out wide to the near side. Again, another handoff
goes to Javian, and he's going to pick up the ball on the ground.
They've not signaled it yet. They have signaled it now.
They have signaled it is a Arab ball. It looked like Javian got caught with one leg and spun around, and I don't know if in falling to the ground the ball came out, but Arab called it pretty quick. Going to see if we have a replay on that. We don't. Okay, it happened so quick, but that's unfortunate, Coach, because we were finally moving the ball pretty well. But again, drive doesn't end like you want on a turnover. You hate to see it, but build some confidence for Coach Wells. The play calling, I think we're starting to get in a little bit of a rhythm of what we can do against these Knights here, but we really are going to need to stop.
The defense was able to kind of get their breath and get off the field for a little bit, so that's big for them as well as they come back out here.
And they're going to do the pitch right here. This is going to go
Great
to
job by Jalen.
Number 22, Chase Kirkland. He is going to go out of bounds after
there,
about
and that's
going
to be a late
gain.
hit. Yep. That'll be coming back again, they play through the whistle, way past the whistle.
And it's the second time we've called his name. Number 14, Owen Lambert, sophomore, again.
Yeah.
And that's just a dumb mistake, to be honest with you.
And great job right there by Zayden. He did what he was supposed to do. He hopped back up and didn't say a word, went back to get ready for the next play, and that's the best thing you can do is to not retaliate. And he didn't, and so here we go. They will have a first down, but it's going to be pushed back to 1st and 25. And again, now they're having to start further
it'll
back.
Be first.
That's right.
Because they got the first down. But and great job of the coaching staff right there. I saw Bo Williams, and it looked like Brody Dunn going down there and just going, hey, you never want to watch a guy get blocked like that, but at the same time you go, hey, just good job for not getting up and retaliating right there. If that's going to happen, again, you don't want it to look like you're the second guy because like we saw a lot last week, Coach, it wasn't necessarily the first, but it was the second guy that got called for stuff.
Yeah, great job so far with our guys discipline-wise, not retaliating.
And so here we go, 1st and 10 again. Their handoff goes to Ingram. And great job by Jalen Smith. Getting in the backfield. Sorry about the claps there, folks, but that is a
great
Jalen
job by
Smith.
him. And it looked like it may have been Lucas Green that kind of pushed it even further out wide. And that's what you do. You push it out wide, let your linebackers be athletes. And Jalen came out there and made a great play. And again, now it's going to be 2nd and what looks like 16. So now they're not fully one-dimensional, but they're going to have to maybe pass it right here to get it back to 3rd and manageable. Look for them. If they do run, they may run kind of a counter, make it look like they're going to pass it and try to catch us off guard, but really need to be able to just keep them corralled right here to get a 3rd and long.
And they are going to run it right here. It's going to go to Ingram, but again, that's a great job there by number 8, Lucas Green. Azriel Lozano back in the game right there. He was coming downhill hard. If Lucas Green did not make that tackle right there, Azriel was about to get him, but there's the tackle right there. Great job by Lucas forcing it to the outside, and Jalen just getting downhill, and a great job of open field tackling because if he gets by Jalen, there's 6 yards before somebody's going to get to him on that outside. And here we go, 3rd down and 12. This would be huge for the Tigers. Pass is
great job.
Complete.
No, that's not. It wasn't even really a helmet to helmet. He was going for the ball.
Yeah, and
that's a tough one. I don't
know who they're going to call that on.
I think they're going to call it on 10.
And maybe Coach, I thought Azriel might have got there a little bit early. I mean, but again, that's just an athlete. But
you'll see
very interesting to see here on the replay. And
nobody hit helmet to helmet, so it had to be pass interference if anything. But I don't know. I don't know what you're calling right there, and we try not to as we're going into we try not to nag on the refs a lot. But man, that's a tough one right there.
And Caden Kyle was coming over here to the sideline all of a sudden, doing some coaching, and it looked like they were going to be past the 50, but no, we're at the 45-yard line of Arab. Pass again right here. He's looking to pump. He pumps, and that's just a drop right there. And, I will say this. Stevens is very accurate.
Yeah.
He knows where he wants to go, but it looks like it's a one-read-and-done type thing because he was going to Borges the whole time. And even when the play kind of fell apart, he never took his eyes off him. Look for maybe an opportunistic time for the Tigers. If we can keep our eyes on that target, maybe we jump a route and all of a sudden we're going the other way.
And great job being disciplined. They've been running it a lot, and they passed it more times than they have last week, and we've not really, we've been where we're supposed to be at. Great job adjusting. Great job by our defense. Is there
pitch
looking
right
to
here,
a double
Kirkland.
pass? And did he catch it? Did he catch it?
I don't think that he caught it, Coach, but if
there's
I'm
a lot of
Hazelwood,
stuff happening right there.
If I'm Caden Hazelwood, I'm getting up. All I saw, Coach, was the Arabian Night whose feet were up in the air and who landed on his shoulders. And, Coach, I'm not going to say anything, but you know as well as I, you come up on Brindley Mountain, things get a little bit different when it comes to refereeing some games if you're the away team.
Yeah, and here's the replay. You'll see it right here. And
it was close. It was close.
Hey, and again, great job. Kind of, they run a little bit of trickeration where we're supposed to be at, and we made a really good play right there. And now it's 3rd and long. So look for the Tigers to pin their ears back. Get a little blitz right here.
Here we go. Stevens. Yeah, and there's just nobody. And that pass is going to be complete to number 16.
And we had good pressure, and he's on his back foot and just floats a really good pass in there to a wide open receiver, and just a backbreaker right there is we almost had them. And now it looks like they're going to go fast right here on 1st and 10 on about the 26.
And nothing you can do right there, Coach, because again, it was a slow developing play, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think that was Borges's original route.
Yeah.
I think he gets bumped off his route, and all of a sudden you send the big bodies deep, and that middle, he just gets lost in a little bit of a zone. And
I think they're giving them the first down.
They are going to give them the first down. We're waiting on the chains
here a little bit.
But it's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 16-yard line here from Arab, and that's just 2 gut punches right there. You think you're off the field on 3rd down twice, and you just can't get off the field there. Great job in coverage by the Tigers right there. Torrey Strong drawing up some really good coverage in our secondary, and give credit where to Stevens. He just is buying his time in the pocket. Run goes to Ingram, and he's going to follow his blockers. Tackle made by number 2, Jalen Smith, but that's going to bring up 1st and goal for the Knights. 7:05 and ticking to go for the Tigers. Jason Riddle sprinting on.
Pretty impressive right there. He got out there really quick as we're kind of going with a bigger defensive line, more of a 4-down lineman look more than likely, or just 3 big guys up there to cover a lot of space.
Handoff goes to Ingram, and that's a great job Azriel Lozano.
Azriel.
They had to stretch it to the outside. The big bodies held their spots, and now we're at 2nd and goal. And, Coach, that you love to be positive there, but at the same time, you just hate to see the ball inside your own 5-yard line, knowing, my gosh, we have 3 more downs to go.
Yeah, and I would almost assume that it's going to be 4-down territory for them. More of just a mindset thing that if we can't get 4 yards and 3 downs, then we got to fix a lot of things. But hey, our Tigers have done really well tonight, stopping them. So hopefully we can do that right here as they.
And Stevens is going to keep it.
Yep.
He's into the end zone. And that is going to be 19-0 for the Knights. 5:56 to go in the second quarter. Kirkland coming on to attempt the extra point. Coach, I'm assuming we'll probably get a heat timeout after this touchdown. But let's look at some of the scores we've got around here. New Hope up 14-0 on West Limestone. The Tanner Rattlers up 22-0 on Hanceville. Kirkland's kick is up and good. Coach, I've seen an update. It looks like Columbia tacked on a safety after that long touchdown. It is 9-0 Eagles over East Limestone. Madison Academy up 14-7 against West Morgan. Hamilton is up 14-0. I'll give you that opponent here in a second. Deschler up 28-0 over Colbert County. Brooks and Lauderdale County are scoreless. That's going to be, it looks like Hamilton is playing Sulligent. Coach, I'm going to be honest with you. Could you tell me right now where Sulligent High School was? Because I couldn't.
I think it would be going towards west. It'll be West Alabama. Probably a little around Lexington, maybe a little bit out that way.
Okay.
Don't know that for certain, but I think it's out that way towards Lauderdale County. I may be just, I don't know.
Coach, let's hit him with our trivia question because we got a doozy this week.
We do.
And Tim Jones, if you're watching from the house, we tried to pick one that you may not be ardmore get. So here's our trivia question for the week, brought to you by Lindsay Lane Baptist Church. And the trivia question is this: which of the 2 teams tonight, Arab or Ardmore, fielded its first football team earlier? Again, we're giving you a 50-50 shot at this, but here's the big thing. What year? What year? Because I bet you'll be surprised by this. Which of the two teams tonight fielded their first football team first? And I think we are in a heat timeout. Yes, we are in a heat timeout. And, Coach, let's go through our championship sponsors here really quickly.
Yes, our championship sponsors for this 2026 football season is Wesco Incorporated, Fowler Auction and Real Estate, Ardmore Auto, Ardmore Cabinet, Douthit Construction, Elite Sanitation Service, Rudaman, Woody Anderson Ford, North Alabama Bank, Butler Realty, G&S Tire and Service Center, First Place Fitness, Jarrett Walker Construction, and First National Bank. We appreciate you guys in being our championship sponsors for this season, and not only what you do for the football program and the sports network, but what you do for Ardmore, the community, and the schools. We really do appreciate it. I know my daughter was fired up as they had bank day this week, and she was able to deposit a little bit of some of her bucks that they call them, and I saw a little picture, and she was fired up about that.
There we go.
I know she enjoyed that. I think Josiah Bird and Isabella Emerson and a couple others were out there as some of the volunteers for First National Advisory Board. So we appreciate all that they do, and we will have a First National Bank someone that works closely and works at First National Bank on the call next week, as we will have a special guest. We'll leave that open for a little bit. Well, we'll go ahead and tell them now.
Because I will not be making the trip to Hamilton next week, Coach. So I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna leave you for one. But my job is on the line. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of
everybody's job may be on the line. It's the true voice of the Ardmore Tigers. Mr. Jeff Hodges will be on the call with me next week from Hamilton, Alabama, and really excited to have him. And Spencer Smith has just said Sulligent High School is in Lamar County. Now, I will say, do you know where Lamar County's at?
Coach, I'm going to
Spencer, if you want to shoot me another text and tell me where Lamar – I know Lamar County is maybe towards Tuscaloosa. I think you're Googling it up right now.
I'm Googling it up right
Ardmore,
here.
It's what
it is.
John Zerbel says.
It's south of Ardmore. That's a great take right there. The county seat of Lamar County is Vernon.
Oh, boy.
Okay. But, Coach, it is right on the Mississippi state line.
So I was
Columbus, Mississippi, home, right there by Columbus, Mississippi, home of someone that we will play in baseball, kind of dear, a place that's dear to your heart. My good friend Jeff Wood, the head baseball coach at Albertville High School. Your former employer is from Columbus, Mississippi. And as he would refer to it, I believe that it's right near the butt of Mississippi is what he would say.
Well, we appreciate the getting all this. I should be better about this, but I guess not.
My gosh. And we are live on the air, folks. It is great to see everybody. Again, we'd like to welcome in our third member of our crew, Coach O'Donnell's mustache. Please, if the Lydia, I don't know if you're still watching from home, but both he and the mustache are waving to you and the girls. So here we go. We are about to get a kick right here from Kirkland, going to our left to right, right to left from the home press box. It's popping here, Coach. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish I was on the field to get going with this music and lay a little bit of a boom.
Again, we've got a big crowd listening in. My mother-in-law just said it's near close to Ginn, where she lived years ago, maybe 20 miles from it. John South commented Lamar County, he said, is John South is watching from home.
And there we go. There's Blake Apodaca on the return. And, again, here's –
Apodaca on the return from the 13.
So, brought down at the 27-yard line. Coach, I'm going to be honest with you. I get we played through the whistle. We've seen it several times tonight. Hey, you're playing after the whistle.
They are.
And it's been called once. But if we're going to jump on the pile after the whistle's blown, we better start getting things going. And Coach South with a little bit of a take. Both of us history majors. What did he say, Coach?
He said, "Did you not have Alabama history and learn the counties?" It was a long time ago, Coach.
I did coach at Athens State. I believe the same professor that taught me at Athens State also may have taught you Alabama history there. If that's going to be a CB&S Bank first down for the Tigers on that run. Alex hands it off to Javian. Tackle made by number 53 right there. That is Sam Willis. My goodness, there's just Willises all over this field.
Yeah, that and again they're and I think they have an older brother that may have roomed with a couple Ardmore graduates, and they said he was about 6'4".
My goodness.
I think he roomed maybe with Brody and Justice Castile at UNA.
You think it's the water in Arab?
It has to be. I mean, they've always had some, not that big, but they have had some big kids. We're moving the chains, and look, we have another CBNS first down right here.
We do, and that's a great job by Blake Apodaca getting over from his slot receiver spot and giving just a little bit of an extra block that got us that first down right there. So great job of Blake playing through the whistle, and your Tigers are moving a little bit.
Yeah, and then here you go. You got when you can give Javian a blow and bring in Jalen Smith, that's a really good running back duo right there. And again, probably looking to do a little bit of the same right here and running a little bit with Jalen as it's 4:40 left in the second quarter. We've got plenty of time right here. Make sure we got everything in right. And here we go with our normal. That's, again, a great play. Great job right there.
And great job by Jalen laying the boom.
That line
is
providing a lot of holes. And, man, this is what you really – it's good to see. You got to be able to establish the run game. We've done a really good job of that. And we've come up, short a couple times, but hopefully we can piece together the whole drive right here and be able to get a score going into halftime to kind of cut in the lead a little bit. But a lot of positive momentum for the Tigers.
Yes, sir, and here we go, 2nd down and 7 for your Tigers. They get the defensive look. King looks over at Wales to get some adjustments there, and the handoff's going to go to Jalen, and he's going to just run through the middle. I mean, Coach, he picks up a head full of steam, and if you're the first guy that meets him in that hole and you don't lower that shoulder, you're going backwards, and that's what happened. It was like a bowling ball there, and he knocked him back, and that was enough for a CBNS Bank first down. And the Tigers are now in night territory here at the 40. And it looks like we're going to line up in that same thing, and here we go. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's a great job right there by Jalen. He just keeps things going.
That's a really good run
knee off
there.
The ground, and that's a pickup of 6. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. And, Coach, we just keep staying in manageable situations.
Look, JV was fixing to come on the field, and he said, nah, Jalen, you've been running hard. You got it. Let me get back over here for a minute. And here we go. Oh, and we may have a possible timeout by the
Coach, I think I'm going to be honest with you. I think it was a bad – no, Coach, I think it was a bad spot.
Okay.
I think that it was either spotted too far forward or too far back, but it's not going to be – I thought it was a penalty, but I saw no flag on the field. And Snyder got down there to ask him, and the ref
a little frustrating. We kind of got in a rhythm right there, and we were ready to go kind of quick right there, and gave Arab kind of time to settle a little bit. But again, we're going to do what we do. Great job being.
Jalen just keeps going, and that's going to be a first down.
And look at that pile. It's moving. It's moving. That's what I'm talking about. Again, did a really good job right there. Jalen letting the play develop, letting the blockers get where they needed to go, and just running forward.
They're going to give them a much-deserved break. Here comes Javian. Coach, I'm going to say this, though. The Ardmore student section is pretty good down here to our right. The Arab student section, it's a well-oiled machine over there.
Hey,
there's noisemakers.
They've got a big crowd.
Yes, sir.
Big crowd here for senior night.
Here we go. Again, I'm not sure what
illegal formation it looks, or I don't know.
No, I think it's a play call. It's a
sideline warning. Knights.
On the Tigers, I believe.
The Tigers, but it's
sideline warning.
And we didn't have. I mean,
but I don't know. It must be on. It must be calling it on Snyder. Oh,
he's pointing.
I'm pointing at Wales. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how it's a sideline.
I'd love to know what Wales may have said right there to him.
Coach, I'm gonna be honest with you. He said, "Don't you say that your Jax is better than the one on Highway 53." I think that's what he said, something along those lines. But Coach, as we get here ticking down, we're gonna have to give a trivia question answer here in a second. So if we get a dead moment, Coach, there's Javian, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And Coach, while we have a moment, let's go ahead and hit that trivia question answer for the Tigers tonight. Here we go. Alex is going to take the snap. He's going to pass the ball. Oh, it's up in the air. It's down. And my man Caden Hazelwood just lowered the boom on the referee, and he is down. And that referee, Coach, looks like he is a robust individual, but he got blindsided in the middle. The referee wore the worst of that, but I think Hayden, just from being blindsided there, may have had the wind knocked out of him. But, Coach, while we have a second, let's look at the trivia question here for the Tigers, and that is, which of these teams fielded the first football team earlier, Arab or Ardmore? And the answer is Arab, 1922. But interestingly enough, Ardmore fielded its first team in 1927. I really thought it was going to be Ardmore there. I mean, I knew Ardmore was in the 20s, but Arab 1922. Good to see Hazelwood up. I think it was just one of those where he was crossing the middle and the referee was there and didn't see each other, and next thing you know, you get the wind knocked out of you, and it's just tough when you get blindsided, especially by a big body like that. We are getting Coach O'Donnell wired up for sound here, so it's going to be interesting to see where O'Donnell is there. Folks, if you see Coach O'Donnell get tackled on the field trying to get down there, it is simply because we tried to get media credentials from Arab tonight due to some frivolities earlier in the year here at Arab, and we weren't able to get him. So if O'Donnell goes down, that is why. It's not that he's done anything wrong. But here we go. King is going to fake the pitch. He's looking to pass, and his pass is completed right there. That's a great pass, complete to number 7, my man, Brody Lindsay, 3-sport athlete for the Tigers. Coach O'Donnell, can you hear me down there on the field? Coach O'Donnell, can you hear me down there on the field? Your mic is hot. I don't know if he can hear me, but his mic is hot. So
I hear you guys. I'm good.
Okay, there we go. So, Coach, we got a timeout. Coach, our man Brody Lindsay with a reception again. What's your thoughts on that?
I did not see that really good. I'm a little bit shorter than I originally thought. We got a lot of guys in front of me, but hey, again, really good job, momentum right there. Again, we're kind of putting everything together on this drive, and that's what you want. And so we're sitting here at first and goal from the 9, and again, we got plenty of time, 2:06 left, and this is exactly what you want. So hopefully we can punch it in right here and get a first down.
Yes, sir. And so here we go. We've got a timeout, 2:06 to go in the half. Your Tigers are driving. It is first and goal from the 8-yard line, and what a catch by Brody Lindsay. Feet came out from under him, tracked the football the whole way, and he was able to get those hands underneath it and secure the reception. And we've got 4 downs right here. We've got 4 downs and 7 yards to go, and we're coming out with Carter Apodaca in the look. Alex is going to be out wide. Actually, it's going to be Javian looking like he's going to take the pass, and what the heck just happened right there? It looked like everybody and their brother, except for the center, decided that we were playing football, even our 2 backs. So that's going to back them up 5, and here's a replay of that catch by Brody. Great job by Alex abiding his time, taking a hit, and he just drops it right in over the linebacker in front of the safety, and Brody makes a great catch there. So it's going to be first and goal from the 12, and we've got another whistle. And the play clock, I mean, maybe it's one of these things with the play clock where we just don't need to have it. Keep it on the field, because it was pretty straightforward last week without it. Now we got the play clock just running. I don't know if we have referees that are keeping that or if they've got people here that are doing it. But 2:04 to go after the penalty, and it is first and goal for the Tigers. I think this is a different A-town they're talking about.
In this, has been A+ tonight.
It has been, but I think they're talking about a different A-town, Coach. I think they're talking about Atlanta, not Arab. And here we go. Carter Apodaca with the run. He's going to follow his blockers, and he looks to get back right about to the original line of scrimmage right there, Coach. But again, that's the great thing about Carter is he's looking for contact. He follows his line, and that's going to be another timeout right there on the field. Coach, have you gleaned anything from being down there? Heard anything in the conversations about what's going on, or what's going on down there on the sideline?
Again, just a ton of encouragement, really good positivity down here, and the guys are fired up, and
and you can tell by just they're flying around. They like they're having fun. They look like they're playing with a lot of confidence, and it's a big confidence booster when you when what you're doing offensively, they know you're going to do it, and they can't really stop you. That's just that's huge. And so again, I would assume right now we're in 4-down territory. So
I would
really
100%
interested
think
to
so.
see what we do right here, if we kind of stick to our bread and butter and what we're doing, or if we have something where we mix in Carter to maybe run a Tebow, not really a jump pass, but maybe finding Alex coming across the middle or something like that, or just, like you said, stick to what we've been doing. And Carter and Javian are coming out together right now. So I know Coach Wells really works through this stuff each week and puts in 1 or 2 new things as they get ready to do this. So be really interested to see what they do right here.
Yes, sir, and here we go. Same look. We have Landon Combs out to the left. We also have Kanzler in there. Carter calling the cadence. Javian, the running back there, he's going to get, it looks like, right to the 5-yard line. And we have another timeout. That's going to be timeout Arab. So that is going to be their last timeout. So they are looking to keep some time on the clock to run right here and see what happens. Tigers have all 3 timeouts, 1 minute and 49 seconds. Coach, while you're down there, I notice it's good to see Ardmore legend Coach Bill White is down there on the field right there by you. I wasn't sure if he was going to be making the trip today, but he is. And
I don't think he misses the game. I think he comes to just about everything, and he's still got, looks like those wheels are turning right now, thinking about what he might do. But you kind of got to think right here for the Tigers. It's probably going to be 4-down territory.
Yes, sir.
And if you get a touchdown, that's great. And even if you don't get in the end zone, you're going to pin them way back with no timeouts and really no chance to score and possibly, get a safety. But we're not going to think like that. We're going to think really hoping to get a touchdown right here. And, again, looks like what we'll probably have is 2 downs to get 5 yards, and trust our guys to do this.
Yes, sir, and really interesting thing to see right here. Arabs kind of swapped it up defensively. We have Stafford Willis out there in the middle at defensive tackle. In the middle of that defensive line in this 3-3-5 running. So they may have learned a thing or two. And here we go. Alex, he is looking to pass. He's going to throw it to the back of the end zone, out of the back of the end zone. Some contact late, but no flag. But, again, give Alex credit where credit's due right there. He ran it for as long as he could, got it out of bounds, didn't take a sack, and here we go. It is 4th and goal from the 5 with 1:41 to go in the half. Would really love to see something right here where, maybe we look for a hard count here. Maybe we're looking to call a timeout here to talk about things.
We've got 2 timeouts, so you'll probably look for them to run it down to at least 1 or 2 seconds and take a timeout and then make a decision. And again, if you kick a field goal right here, you're going down 17-3 in the half, or 20-3, excuse me. So if you can just get some points on the board and get some momentum, that's great. But if not, and you go for it right here, again, you're sending a message. It's early in the season. You trust our veteran-laden offense. We've ran the ball really well, so that's kind of more the thing of, hey, we believe in you guys and doing it. But again, taking a timeout, looks like we're going to bring out the field goal unit possibly. I think we got both groups set up right here, and I think we're going to go field goal right here and hopefully get some points going into the half.
Coach O'Donnell, I don't know if you've heard that, but Lydia has commented on our post, and it is gaining a lot of traction on Facebook right now. Mrs. Lydia O'Donnell has said if she gets 50 likes on her comment on this broadcast, that you will have to shave it before next week's broadcast, and our ever elusive third member may not be here next week with Jeff Hodges.
I believe in the Ardmore faithful that they will not get that locked up. I fully trust the people at home.
Coach, I'm gonna tell the Ardmore faithful something they are going to like, and that's going to be our taste of the town and length of the field segments that we're going to get here in halftime after the Ardmore band performs. So here we go. Russell Carter on to attempt the field goal. It is up and it is blocked, and oh no, Coach. That's a great job by Alex King to get back there, and man, that is just a gut punch. Blocked, but give Alex King some credit. He got up out of the hold and made the tackle right there. And, man, everything is clicking on all cylinders for the Knights this evening.
Yeah, now you got to click your focus back to getting a stop. Is they don't have any timeouts, but they do have good field position, and you got to do a really good job right here of getting out of the half with it 20-0 and not give them a chance to score.
Yes, sir, and the handoff goes to Ingram right here to the left. He's got blockers in front of him. He's going to get out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. And he wasn't hit out of bounds, Coach, but he tore down. I don't know if that was a table or a flag set over there. It was a table, Coach, and he won that battle against the table on the far side. But it is a first down for the Knights at the 45-yard line and gets out of bounds. They have no timeouts. We have 2 timeouts left, and be interesting to see how things go right here. A lot of time left for the Knights with the way that they have eaten up yardage in this first half. Stevens looking to pass. His pass is going to be complete to number 10, Graham Grisham. Senior wide receiver, number 24, Zayden Robinson in coverage. That was a first down for the Knights, and that will put them at 1st and 10 from about the 35-yard line. They go quick. Handoff goes to Ingram. Tackle made right there after a gain of 5 by Jalen Smith. Maybe 4 yards. Brings up 2nd and 6. Here we go. Stevens is looking to pass. Landon Combs busts through. He's still looking to pass. And oh, my goodness. And delusions of grandeur right there by Caden Kyle. He was looking to get upfield before he made the catch, and that was a tailor-made interception, but it's a pass breakup, and that's going to stop the clock with 51.8 seconds with 3rd down and long for Arab. I'm assuming that this is 4-down territory right here, Coach, wouldn't you have to say?
Yeah, and you know, on this 3rd and 6, again, they've got the size. You maybe look to see a jump ball. Even if you get it to 3rd and 4th and short, look for possibly a jump ball to see if they can get a pass interference call. They did that last week against Gunnersville
and that's going to be a false start. So that's even going to give the Tigers a little bit more hope to bring them back to 3rd down and 11. So 3rd and 11 here from the 35-yard line. And again, Coach, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head right here. You've got the big bodies. You have Lambert on the far side, and you have Willis here on the upside. And here it is. They're throwing it, and it is incomplete. They actually use Willis as a decoy, trying to throw to Borges. And great job right there by Azriel Lozano to let Stevens feel it right there. But 45.2 seconds. And you're not in. I really don't think you're punting here, Coach. But at the same time,
I
don't know. Maybe they pooch kick it here and see if they can get it out of the back of the ends. I mean, get it down short and just down it, run some clock off. I'm not sure.
You know, something you got to really watch here is their kicker. It looks like they're going to go for it. Maybe try to draw us off. Then just take the delay of game.
There we go. Snyder's going to call a timeout. Okay. I think that's a great job. We had 2.
We got 2. No reason to. And you know, one thing they did last week is they'll roll their punter out to the right, and he'll either kick it, and again, that causes the issues with that is
O'Donnell,
it's a low kick.
Not good right now, buddy. There are 20 likes on Lydia's post.
Yeah, we're gonna have to stop. You know, we're gonna have to get those likes. We may have to take comment down.
21. We got 2 people have loved that.
Yeah, we got.
Well, I won't name their names on the broadcast, but Coach, you're fighting a losing battle right now.
yeah, we may have to hide that comment or get it taken down somehow.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Heath right now. Heath, we have an inappropriate comment here from one Lydia O'Donnell that's starting to gain some traction. Could we get that locked down, or is there a way that we can subtract likes on the broadcast? I'm not sure for the folks at home.
And again, they're coming out 4 wide. And again, you possibly look for the jump ball. If we intercept it, it works as a punt. If they get it or it's a PI, then
and
that's
they're throwing
what
it
they're
deep back
right
there to Lambert, and great job.
Oh, that's
great job by Kate Hazelwood.
They've thrown a flag right here. That could be.
It's at the line of scrimmage, Coach. They did not. That was not
like
on
Coach
the back.
Snyder's,
that was not on the back half of the play. So I think it looks like Snyder's going to decline
he's going to
that.
decline it. We're
going to take.
Hey, and
over.
that's a big. And you talk about just stops. You come out here after a blocked field goal. A lot of emotions. A lot of things are going on, and we're able to just lock in and get a stop and allow no points. And that's a big drive. That's a big stop for the Tigers as we'll go into halftime. Down 20-0, but with a lot of momentum and again a great job by our defense, kind of answering the bell right there.
That was great, and be interested to see what we do here. We got 39.1 seconds, and we're going to hand the ball off to Javian, and he's going to bust a big one. He's still going, Coach. He is still going. That's going to be about 25 or 30 yards. We have one timeout. It is at the 42-yard line. Clock is stopped until we can place the chains. And Snyder's going to come down there and give him a timeout anyway. That is going to be our last timeout of the half. But, that changes things right there, Coach, because, again, you're looking to run the ball. I mean, obviously he can bust it, but now this changes the dynamic a little bit, Coach. With 30 seconds left and no timeouts, maybe we look to throw a little bit, see if we can steal some points here before the half.
Yeah, and that's about as good. I mean, you drew that up just great with what we need to do. And again, there's 30 seconds. It's first down. We still can do a bunch of different things right here. And again, get up. We run 2-minute a lot. I know they run it, in practice and they prepare for this stuff. So there's a bunch of different scenarios that they probably got laid out right here. And hopefully we can get ourselves a chance to get one or two cracks at the end.
You're still fighting an uphill battle, buddy. It's now at 32 likes.
30 seconds remain in the first half of play.
And she said, "I'll make sure that it's shaved off, man. This is not good, buddy. This is not good. I'm rooting for you to win, but I think the Ardmore faithful are not fans of the stash." Alex's pass is complete there to Hazelwood. And he's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. I like that look. It looked like a kind of a bubble screen right there for the Tigers. Hazelwood needs to back up because he is currently – there he is. Okay, well, it looks like we may get one more play here, and we may just go 4 wides and hope for the best. I'm not sure what just happened there. They're going to call delay a game, which may cause – we've had issues with the play clock all night, and that should be – there's 25 on the play clock, which should be a 40-second play clock. And here we go. The referee see, this is the problem when you get up here on Brindley Mountain is – I don't know, but I'm really loving what's going on in our fan section over here right now. They're saying everything.
The bag judge is coming back here he said, Coach Snyder, I'll go up there and talk to him, and I got it. And they got their big guy we've talked about all night, number 1 back here playing literally safety so as we get ready to roll out wherever we decide. Okay.
Yeah, okay. They're going to wave the flag
off.
I
don't think
No, it should have been a 40-second. And here's the thing. And I'll say what the referee – again, his job is to watch the play clock, and it was at 0. Now, it got to 0 way quicker than we thought that it was going to, but we still have 30 seconds on the clock right here. 2nd and 10. We've waved off the flag, which means it should be still a 40-second play clock. And we're just waiting here, folks. I'm sorry. I'm not quite sure what we got going on. The guys in the booth, yeah. Looks like they're doing a seance in one of those booths. I don't know if that's our visitor booth or not. But it's dark booth with a light down low, so I don't know if the football gods are in that booth to our right. But we're going to see. Here we go. And yes, last play, and we're running it right here. And Javian's just going to give us about 9, and that's going to take us into halftime. We're going to get down to the field. Coach O'Donnell, I'm going to take it down to you and see if you can catch somebody before they head into halftime. So it's on you, Coach.
Coach, we appreciate your time with us. You got to be really encouraged. I think our offensive line and defensive line have done a really good job of asserting their will, and a lot of really positives coming out of the first half with those groups.
I hate to say it, but, there's a couple plays on defense where we're right there. We just missed the tackle, missed the play on the ball. We're not about almost in football. But, we got to take a few of those things in the house and know that, hey, we clean them up. It may be a 7-0 ball game. Obviously, it's not. We got to get a stop on defense coming out in the second half and go down and score. We got to punch it in. We got opportunities. We had 2 or 3 there that we got to find a way to get it in the end zone or score some points.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Good luck the second half.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach O'Donnell. And that is going to take us into halftime here on the AHS Sports Network. Stay tuned. The Ardmore High School Band will be performing their halftime show this evening. I am not sure if it is going to be the whole thing or if it's just going to be partial. They will be facing away from us, though, but we will bring you that halftime show, and then you will see the length of the field with Coach O'Donnell with 2 of our linebackers from tonight's game, Azriel Lozano and Austin Kanzler. This has been Ardmore High School football here on the AHS Sports Network.
Meet the bankers. I'm Crystal Tucker of First National Bank, Vice President and Branch Manager. Let's meet the team. Candace Bolden, Relationship Manager. Kelly Clem, Loan Assistant. Mackenzie Dean, Customer Service Representative. Jessica Green, Head Teller. Kiara Rivas, Teller. Story Deagle, Teller. Stephanie Holder, Teller. Maggie Fuzzy, Teller. First National Bank, proud to be partners in education with Ardmore High School and to sponsor the 18th annual Meet the Tigers. Go Tigers!
Ardmore High School, pride of the State Line Marching Band. Tonight's show is entitled Dreams, and will take you on a journey through the music of the Eurythmics, The Greatest Showman, Fleetwood Mac, The Monkees, Aerosmith, and Metallica. Drum Major Mason Lee, is your band ready? And now, the pride of the state line. state line. The band is under the field direction of drum major Mason Lee. Band director is Austin Shelton. Assistant directors are Chelsea Harbison and Jacob Russell. Percussion instructor John Coppin. Auxiliary instructors are Victoria Shelton, Lori Payne, and Adon Diaz. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you to all who support the pride of the state line.
Guys, welcome home. Yay, that's mine.
It's your move. Start with a good serve, and you have an advantage. With a powerful serve from CB&S Bank, one of the best performing banks in America and #1 in Alabama in their asset category, you're in control of your financial game. If you're new to the area, check out CB&S Bank. You could be a top performer too. Learn more at cbsbank.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at halftime. What a great performance right there from the pride of the state line, Ardmore High School marching band, as we're about to see Arab's marching band here, and their lights are doing something I've never seen before. But while we have this moment at halftime, we'd like to take an opportunity, as we've done the previous weeks, to recognize some of the hard-working players here on the football team as they walk the length of the field with Coach Brian O'Donnell. These two guys both play inside linebacker. Both are seniors, nearly had identical stats last year. One of them led us in tackles last week. It had a huge punt return, or excuse me, had a punt touchdown on a blocked punt, and that is going to be Azriel Lozano and Austin Kanzler. They are going to be our length of the field participants. It took us a little bit this week to get to length of the field. We weren't able to get it done until this morning, and so as a result of that, we have been working through some technical stuff on our end, trying to get that stuff uploaded, hoping that the audio quality will be a little bit better than it has been in previous weeks. We haven't had mics, and so with me walking backwards and trying not to trip over my own 2 feet, and Coach O'Donnell projecting his voice, I think the boys have done that. But while we are waiting on that to pull up, we also are going to bring back, because it's an away game, our next episode of Coach O'Donnell and Coach Cornell's Taste of the Town. But here we go. Let's walk the length of the field with Coach Bryant O'Donnell.
This morning joining us, we have
Austin Kanzler,
Azriel Lozano.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. All right. Again, most questions we start with is favorite pregame meal. So what do you got, Austin?
Probably just some chicken tenders and mac and cheese.
All right, 3 for 3. We've had one person say that every week.
I'm a shell chicken tender kind of guy. Honey mustard.
Honey mustard, you got anything with yours you like?
Honey mustard.
Honey mustard, all right. Not a big honey mustard fan, but I'm good with that. Any pregame, like a big routine you have, music, anything you like to do to get yourself ready for a game each week?
I listen to Stain and take 2 scoops of pre-workout.
Okay.
Listening to rock and then just resting.
Resting, all right. Long nap or short nap?
Short nap.
Short nap, all right. That was a big thing back when we played. We'd always get a good nap in before the game. But, all right, we got 2 linebackers with us, so we'll kind of go more towards the defensive type of thing. Would you rather have a strip sack and fumble recovery or an interception?
Interception.
Interceptions.
All right, we got interceptions. I feel like the fumble recoveries happen a little more often than not, so that's probably why we go interception. What is one thing, probably your best memory since you've been playing football here at Ardmore?
Probably the game that when we held East Limestone last year to the 4th and inches on the goal line.
Yeah.
That's probably what I was going to say too.
Yeah. That was a big one. So moving forward as we get kind of going into the season, what's something that you guys, I guess defensively, is a goal that you have maybe each game or for the full season as far as a whole defensive unit?
Hold the team to hold the opposing team to less than like 225 yards.
Okay.
Score some touchdowns on defense.
All right.
And get more turnovers.
Get more turnovers. All right. Well, again, you guys do a great job of that. Y'all fly around and are a really good team. Appreciate you, Austin. Appreciate you, Azriel. And one last final question before we get out of here. After the weekend's over, who is more? If Ardmore loses and Nebraska loses, what's more devastating for your dad, Ardmore or Nebraska? Nebraska, that's what I thought. There's not many Nebraska fans around this parts, but the Kanslers, big Nebraska fans. Again, we appreciate these two seniors stepping out with us today on the length of the field. Appreciate them and all that they do.
Again, we appreciate both of those guys being able to join us here this morning, taking time out of their schedules, as well as just getting to know them a little bit better. You know, Coach and I have had the pleasure of teaching both of those guys in class, so we know them very well, but getting to share them with the community has been a great thing. And so it's a real blessing every week when we ask these guys, and now that we've done this a couple weeks and they've seen how things have going, they are really jumping at the opportunity to be on here. So we'll bring you two more next week before we head to Hamilton. But, you know, it wouldn't be a road trip without snacks. And Coach O'Donnell, being from Boaz growing up, you know, he has some connections. And so we were put in touch with a restaurant here in Arab that we needed to go to. And we're going to let you guys join us here for Taste of the Town. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back this week with Coach Cornell and Coach O'Donnell's Taste of the Town. We're on the road this week in Arab. And, Coach, where are we stopped at today?
Well, the locals of Arab have told us that Midas Burgers is the stop and place to go. They also said, actually, the hamburgers are good, but the chicken sandwich is the specialty. So I've got a chicken sandwich. I think Coach Cornell has a hamburger. So we will both have one or the other. So looking forward to seeing what this is about.
And for the good of the people of Ardmore, we also got some fried pickles. So we'll give you a full analysis here post-meal. All right, and we're back after the meal. Coach, what are your thoughts?
I'll give it an A. Great chicken sandwich. The fries were perfect. Crinkle cut fries, really good. The everything. The fried pickles were really good. I give it an A.
I thought the burger was great. I mean, either or. Everybody said the chicken sandwich. I tried the burger for the good of the people of Ardmore, and I don't think you can go wrong right here. So 10 out of 10. If you're looking for some place to go after the game, stop by Midas Burgers. Quality food, quality prices, and I'll tell you what, it's going to get us through this game tonight. Well, thank you guys for joining us. That was an awesome experience. We were recommended to go to Midas Burger, and it's a little bit of a hole in the wall. I mean, there's probably maybe 10 or 15 seats with some outside seating, and they treated us great, you know. And a shout out, there was one other family in the restaurant when we did that segment, and they looked back over their shoulder at us like, what are these crazy guys doing? But they managed to not be bothered by us doing that. But, man, it was a great meal, and if they are open after the ball game tonight and you guys are listening here in the stands, stop by, or if you end up going through Arab, stop by. The prices were really, really affordable, really good hamburger. Coach O'Donnell's chicken sandwich, I wish that I had gone chicken sandwich, but they've got French fries, onion rings, fried pickles, cheese sticks, you name it. It's an old school type of hearty meal. And the one critique, now we didn't say it on the broadcast, but the one critique of Coach O'Donnell was that they did not have a milkshake. And so post-game tonight, I think I'm going to have to try and take him and find a place that's got a milkshake. But, Coach, let me tell you what, Midas Burger, it really couldn't be beaten. Are you back live with us here? I know I'm catching you mid-drink.
I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
So, and okay, you're back live now, Coach. There you go. So Midas Burger, your thoughts again after what I was saying?
No, it's really good. I think a couple of Ardmore people likened it to Dub's burgers. So if you guys enjoy Dub's or have eaten Dub's, that is one that they've likened it to. And it was a really good place. Like I said, I'm a big on fries. Their fries were really good, not too soggy. Didn't have, they weren't too thick. So really good crinkle fry. I know that's critiquing and fries and whatnot, but it was really good. Hospitality was good, and it was probably a good thing that I did not go milkshake before the game.
No, sir. But, hey, while we're on the subject, Coach, the likes have slowed down. Coach. We're at 38 now. I think the people of Ardmore have rebelled against the early onslaught of likes on Lydia's comment, and I think that the mustache is going to be safe for another week.
Well, it would have been an end of an era. I got my faithful down here talking to me on the fence, and they're not watching, so they're not able to comment. But I believe if they were watching, they would have commented they were against it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one guy who I know was vehemently against it, and that was one Shane Emerson. And I saw you talking to him, and I know that he is a proud supporter of the stash. And I'm going to be honest with you, with the basketball merchandise beginning to roll out, I know we had a quality picture of you from a prom in previous years up on the scoreboard or the screen last year. I think that the stash might have to get its own logo coming into this year.
Hey, yeah, it's kind of taking on a little kind of thing of its own, I guess. It's I kind of did it. I really don't know why I did it. Just in the summer, I always get a weird, just kind of wild hair to do something different, and I kind of did the mustache. And good or bad, they're either laughing with me or at me. And hey, I'm the type of person I can take a good laugh to. So here we are with it a few months later. And again, I know going into halftime, Coach Schneider, his interview, the guys as they came off, we're very optimistic. It was really good. Even though we're down 20-0, the type of game this is, we've really answered the bell, the physicality, and we've done really good things offensively and defensively. I mean, you probably look at the yards. It's probably 50-50. We've gained a lot, and they've not had as many explosive plays as last week. And you guys, everybody talks about, your week 1 to week 2 is where you really improve, and that's the sign of good coaching is we cleaned up a lot of the things we didn't do well last week defensively, and then offensively, we talked about Javian only having 97 yards, and they kind of really did a good job of corralling him last week. Well, what do you think Arab is going to do? They're going to try to do the same thing, and we've still, been able to run it with him and Jalen, and again, we talk about the offensive line and being new faces. They've done a really good job in the first half of controlling the line of scrimmage, and a lot of good positives, and hopefully we can get some positives on the board and get some momentum rolling. But again, rolling into region play, you got to be a little happy with just the level of physicality and the style, because our region is going to be that type of game. You're going to have to be the more physical team and control the line of scrimmage every night. So I think that's going to bode well for us moving forward.
Yes, sir. And let's do some score updates while we have a second. So New Hope up 14-7 over West Limestone. Bob Jones up 14-7 over Athens. We have Madison Academy and West Morgan tied at 14. Sulligent finally on the board. Hamilton 21, Sulligent 8. Deschler 52, Colbert County 0, Columbia 9-7 over East. Priceville up 18-0. I'll get that opponent here in just a second. Tanner up 35-6 over Hanceville. That is Priceville 18-0 over Springville. And so those are some score updates locally here as we are looking to get started. 1 minute and 34 seconds ticking down until we get this second half started. Coach, now that I've got you back on the headset, biggest takeaway from that first half for you was what?
My big thing was we just, you never know when you we've really honed in on it, but we really want the people at home to understand, ARAB is one of the more physical teams we're going to see all year, and if you don't watch out, they're going to hit you in the mouth, and if you're not ready for that, they're just going to continue to do it and wear you down, and we have, like I said, we've answered the bell, and I've been really pleased by that. Alex has kind of given, whatever they've given us, he's taken it, done really well, and I've been really proud of Carter. Carter's came in, and again, you always hear you don't want to put a lot on a freshman, and we've thrown a lot at him, and he's done a really good job of being able to, go out wide, block, run, just do a bunch of different things, and so that's my positive. And just continue to build on the momentum that we've created right here.
Yes, sir. And here's the big thing: 20-0. The team it doesn't feel like 20-0. It very easily, like Snyder said, could be 7-0. It could very easily be 20-14 right now. We had that interception when we were driving. They stopped us at the 5-yard line. But I guess my biggest takeaway from that first half is, like you said, physicality, but the resilience. We've taken a punch, we've taken a second punch, we've taken a third punch, and we've gotten back up and said, you know what, here's some punches of our own. And we've had ARAB on their heels a little bit tonight at times. And so I'll be interested to see here. Obviously, we're going to be kicking to them. Would be really big here after we made some adjustments at halftime to come out and get a stop, and then try and continue the offensive success that we had, because we have had a lot of success in the trenches. But, Coach, where are we at on the like meter?
We're at 40, and I'm going to have some conversations with some people next week.
I thought there were some coworkers on there.
People that I thought were my friends, they've kind of gone off in the likes, and we're going to have some conversations. Some people at the game down there that I know of, I'm gonna have to say a few things to them as well. So got a couple parents of the basketball players that have liked it. So we may at our parent meeting need to address that, how we handle social media and how we what we like and we don't like as we get rolling on this
short kick from JC. It's going to be fielded by number.
And Coach Snyder, I think he's.
I thought he fair called it.
Which
yes, okay, yeah, the guy, yes, and that's Graham Grisham. Graham Grisham caught that kick. It's going to be 1st and 10 ARAB from the 26. Coach, I didn't know if Grisham fair caught it. We're getting word over here from our camera, from Heath and the camera guys, that it was somebody threw up a hand. I don't know if it was the guy that caught it, but it is going to be 1st and 10 Knights from there. And again, Coach, let's see how our defensive line holds up again after a breather with Combs, Salgado, and Green there to get us started. Handoff goes to Ingram. Looked like he slipped out of a tackle. Tackle made by Jalen Smith and Dayton Gromit. Give credit to Joseph Salgado. He was right there to make the play, and he just slid right out. Brings up 2nd and 1.
On one of those earlier possessions that we got a big stop, Joseph was also out there, and again a senior that's kind of coming in and has played a lot so far, and really good by him. You see another senior, Gavin McCorkle, out there that's fitting up gaps like he needs to and letting guys make plays, and that's what you want right here.
Little jump pass right there, and great job of coming up by Caden and getting the tackle. That is a big body tight end right there, Owen Lambert. And great job of tackling by Hazelwood, and they're going to go quick right here. We're still waiting on the chain to get set. And handoff goes to Ingram. He's going to find a hole up the middle. Great job by Austin Kanzler to get to him very, very quickly. But again, Coach, like we talked about in the first half, that offensive line for Arab is just very, very physical.
Yeah. They and they're kind of
leaned a little bit. Well,
I think we had too many men on the field. I don't think I think we got our substitution in late, and we didn't get somebody off the field quick enough. And looks like you see now coming in
that's Walker Tiemann, Coach.
Number 41, Walker Tiemann, sophomore. And they may have got us on the offsides. But, again, we're kind of rotating, seeing some of the depth we got, rotating some guys in. And hey, here's the thing. You got Hazelwood, kind of coming in, playing both ways. Hazelwood's done a really good job in the secondary, not afraid to kind of step up and deliver a hit, as he's done that a few times tonight. And, again, he's really good combating some of these bigger receivers that they've got.
He is. He's just a natural athlete, Coach. And so and with those long legs, he can really run with them. And you saw he wasn't scared to go up with Lambert because he's given probably 50 pounds on Lambert or Willis both. I mean, he's probably 160 or 170, but both of those guys are at least 220 or 230. And so he's not scared to go up and get physical with him. It was a great pass breakup and a really better tackle on that pop pass because Lambert looked like he had a head full of steam and was getting upfield quick.
Yeah, and in situations like that, you got to go low on a guy, and he did a really good job of going low and hitting him and getting him off his feet.
And that's going to be a run for Ingram. He goes to the outside. That's a block set up. And, and that is going to be a late hit right there. He got held up on the sideline, and it looked like Blake Apodaca was coming in to clean it up. And by the time Blake attempted to pull up, they were already out of bounds. He ran into him, and that's going to tack on some yardage. So just a tough penalty right there, but at the same time, though, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 12. And that's going to be a first down and bring them into 1st and goal from the 3. And so here we go. It is 1st and goal, Knights from the 3-yard line. Stevens takes a snap, hands off to Ingram, and my gosh.
What a shot by Kanzler.
Great job by Austin Kanzler because, Coach, I lost him. I thought he was in the end zone, and next thing I know, he was right at the line of scrimmage.
And he absolutely – that was a shot. And, again –
We've got the big bodies in right here, Landon and Jaston in here.
Great job, our great conditioning as we're bringing in offensive – we got offensive linemen. Three different offensive linemen playing both ways, another receiver. So it just goes to show the type of shape that we're in as we're 2nd and 2 on the 2.
Ingram gets the handoff, and he is tackled again. That's a gang of Tigers, and they're not going to get in the end zone. That is a great job right there by the Tigers because they got several Knights at the back, and it looked like they were going to push him through, and it's going to bring up 3rd and goal, Coach.
Yeah, again, we're answering the bell right here. I think it was first and goal from the it's been short yardage twice now. We've made 2 big plays, and I don't expect them to do anything different, but you just got to make a play and hopefully we can come up right here. Great push right here by our guys and just
tough luck right there. Somebody did a great job of sealing Kanzler. Yeah. They spun him off. He was right there, spun him around, and Ingram's in for a touchdown. And different look. It's interesting to see Stevens is very similar to what I would think of it as Carter is as a quarterback. I think maybe he's a more polished passer at the moment, obviously being older in his tenure as quarterback. but at the same time, close. That was close by Jalen. I thought we got the block, and it's going to be 27-0 Knights. 9:01 to go in the third quarter. But like I was saying, Coach, he reminds me a lot of Carter in that you had that little jump pass, but at the same time, when you got 6'7" and 6'5" out there amongst your other wide receivers who are extremely talented as well,
you can afford to be a little inaccurate.
Yes, if they get lost, it's a completed pass no matter what happens.
And again, I know our guys are kind of getting a little frustrated a little bit, but I mean, you just got to play the next play. And again, here's the key is now: can our offense? Can we continue to build on the momentum we had in the first half? And if we can kind of continue to establish the line of scrimmage and continue to run the ball.
Coach, I'm seeing we got a hashtag going on. Nathan Tyler, I want to shout you out. Hashtag save the stash. It is up there in the comments on Facebook.
I can depend on Nathan. Keep those comments coming. Save the stash. Thank you, Nathan, for that. I appreciate you.
And so here we go. We are going to see Kirkland kicking off to the Tigers. And they are kicking it deep. It is going to be Blake Apodaca on the catch. He gets out of bounds.
Apodaca on the return from about the 13-yard line.
And great job by him of not saying anything because it looked like a little horse collar-esque at the very end. And so that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 21-yard line. First time getting to see the offense out there. Coach, doesn't look like we have any changes. Hazelwood, Apodaca, and Wise, and we didn't get set. That's the downfall of that is we're trying to go so fast we don't get set as wide receivers, and that's going to back us up 5 yards.
And that
maybe not, Coach. Maybe that. Okay, now I lied. I thought that was us not getting set, but that looks like a sideline warning against Arab. So I thought from my vantage point, I didn't think Judah had gotten his feet set, and so I thought they were getting us for 5 yards here, but it looked like a sideline warning. And here we go. We changed the play, and that was going to be a completion there to Carter. Great job by Javian.
And I don't really understand on situations like that as the play's going. Just let the play go, develop, and then.
Well, and my thing is too,
because we completed it. Now we're 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 10, where we would have had it 2nd and 4. So
Coach, it wasn't a penalty on us. So that we're 2nd and 6. So I thought it was a false start on us, but it was actually a sideline warning. So we just had to change the play. But it's now 2nd and 6. But like you said, that's a first down catch by Carter.
Yeah,
I mean, with the way that they're.
That's kind of give them a free time.
Oh. Well, in hindsight, that's going to make up 2nd and 11.
Yeah.
But we just keep shooting ourselves in the foot a little bit this drive. But I'm like you. I understand the sideline warning, but it's for referee safety. It's for nothing else than the referee's got to be able to do their job. And I don't mean it the wrong way, but if the ref's not moving, then why not let the coach get up there? I mean, if they're not on the green, then I feel like we should. So here we go. Alex takes the snap. He hands it off to Javian, who follows behind Braden McKnight. Gets lost. He's still moving, cranking his feet backwards. He's going to gain to the 25-yard line. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. A tough position for us.
Yeah,
Coach.
Yeah, not ideal right here, 3rd and long. But again, just be interested to see where their DBs play at. Again, you don't. We're not play callers, but you probably look to. Probably going to, try to run it. And again.
And that pass is completed right there to Hazelwood on the outside.
So
but it's going to be – it gets to the 30. I think we had to get to the 31.
Looks like we're going to keep the looks like
we are. We're running Hulk out here. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, at this point you got to. I mean,
you've got to do something.
Yeah.
And, I mean, to be honest with you, clock's running 18-17.
We ain't got to rush. We're still 13 seconds. Don't panic. Don't get up there too fast. And again,
we got it. And Javian busted, coach, and that might. Great stiff arm. Great job right there.
Great
and give
job.
credit to number 28. That is going to be. Is that 28, coach, or was that? I'm sorry. Where were we right there? Let me give him a second. 22. I'm sorry. Give credit to number 22, Chase Kirkland. If he doesn't make that tackle, Javian's gone.
Hey, and man, he's had a
CBNS
heck of a
Bank
game
first
tonight.
down.
He has had a great. Thank you to CBNS Bank for all they do for their first down right here, and great night so far for Javian. And here we go on the.
And there it is. That's a great.
The guy never turned around.
No, he didn't.
You got to be able to turn around and see the play.
He turned Caden.
Yeah,
and that was and give credit to Caden Hazelwood because a lot of wide receivers would have shut that down. Here's the replay of that run and watch. Javian just gets through the middle and stiff arm and just holds on for dear life there. But going back to Hazelwood, give him credit because a lot of young wide receivers right there, they're covered up like that. They shut it down. But because he went back and tried to make a play on that got the penalty call.
Yep, and great job by Caden right there. Again, great job by Alex recognizing that, knowing that's where to go on that play. And again, we got another good drive going right here.
Yes, sir. Inside the 30, I think we're at the 29-yard line, 28-yard line maybe of Arab right here. And here we go. Wales is making some shifts. Jalen Smith in the game, big bruising back. Jalen's going to carry the ball. Looks like he's going to get half the distance of that 10 yards we need. So 2nd and 5 here for the Tigers. And, again, the offense is rolling. And, we've complimented them now in the Jamboree week 1 and now week 2. Our offensive line, man, they are just gritty. That was going to be interesting. You replace 4 guys on the line, you don't know what's going to happen, and they have just been a group that is meshed, led by senior Landon Snyder.
Yeah, great job pulling right there by Landon and Braden. And hey, we got to compliment that right side. We've really honed in on the right side, running into that way. And again, this is what you envisioned. You're hoping that Jalen continue to take those steps, and it's showing tonight. We're running the ball really well. A good mix of Javian and Jalen, so wearing the defense down, and it's what you want. Now we're kind of into the Wildcat, bringing out Alex out wide, and you got to think here at some point this may be
so here, and to be honest with you, Coach,
that was a good.
I don't love it from a momentum standpoint from us because A-Rab's running guys out there. We look like we know what we're about to do. I saw Stafford Willis getting in there in the D tackle spot, so he's going to take up some space. But the heat timeout's a great thing because now you can go over things. If you were looking at a check, you've seen what they're going to run out with. Maybe we run out with something different here. I mean, again, we're looking at maybe a yard and a half.
And you're essentially, again, it's
4 down.
Yeah, so you got 2 downs. So you're calling this play with the thought of I've got another down to probably line up and Hulk again and run it. So be very interested to see what they bring out with their front. And again, you got to think we're probably going to run away from Willis. Probably look to put him at the nose or maybe to the right side. Their left, our right, where we've been running it. And again, a good chess match right here between Coach Wells and against A-Rab's defense right here to see
Coach,
what they do.
Well, we have this subject. I'm going to go off kilter a little bit. Do you think that when A-Rab plays Fort Payne, do they ban them from playing Alabama over the speakers?
They'll have to. I mean, I imagine they'll have to pay them something for it.
I figure that you got to here, but here we go. Tigers come out in a different set right here. King back. Javian gets the handoff, and he's got enough for a first down.
That's, again, a great push. They're going to go ahead and move him forward.
CBNS Bank first down.
Wow.
I'm really hoping we get to call out First National's name for something. I mean, we'll shout them out because they do, or North Alabama Bank, excuse me, but call them out for a touchdown. But we're going to get First Nationals on my mind because we're about to get our championship sponsors here when we get a quick break. But here we go. Javian out to the right of Alex. Tight bunch formation of wide receivers there on the right-hand side. Alex making a check after looking at the sideline from Wales here. 5:22 and ticking. Pitch goes to Javian. He's going to take it up the middle, bounce it to the outside. He's going to get up to about the 10-yard line. we have a chance to get a first down without having to score a touchdown. Let's go bring up 2nd down and 3.
They're going to say they're going to even give us an extra yard, PA guys. So we got a little 2nd and 2 action.
2nd and 2.
Again, playbook's wide open, but why go away from? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So why not stay with where we're at? And again, doing a good job of tosses and misdirections, and then sometimes just doing a good job of lining up and running it right at them.
Oh, that's a great job. But Javian
bounces
Middle
off. Yes.
Hey, and Coach, you saw Javian get hit, and he got spun around again. We saw that play in the first half, and it resulted in a fumble. That was a big boom right there from the secondary. That looked like to be number 22. Again, Chase Kirkland. I mean, number 12 is running wide open, Talon Matlock. And, man, Kirkland lays the boom, and he felt that one. Javian might have felt it, but Kirkland's going to feel that one. Here we go. Carter Apodaca in a modified Wildcat look. Javian drops the ball.
Touchdown!
Coach, I believe
that's how they drew it up.
Is that like
how they drew it up.
Free throw? Is that like a free throw? You got to get you dribble it once. He picks it up and he goes. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I think he was looking to follow Carter because the head came up. It hit him in the hands, and that ball went straight down and straight back up. You couldn't ask for a better bounce. Tigers are into the end zone. 4:13 to go in the third quarter, and Russell Carter on to tack on the extra point.
And that touchdown is brought to you
yes,
by North Alabama Bank as we are on the scoreboard.
And we are, and give Arab credit. They are hustling after those kicks.
And we highlight. You'll see it right here. Again, he got his 2 dribble, boom, boom, pick it up, and and we got it, and we're right in there. And that really kind of froze the defense a little bit. And we got some dolly, rest her soul. We got a little dolly going. Heather Snyder with a little 2-step dance right here, and we're on the scoreboard, 27-7, and great answer by our offense. You felt it coming, and again, we highlighted to start the game. One of the Arabs' things that they do really well is they in the red zone they stop teams.
O'Donnell, what do you have to say on this? Let's watch this dribble right here. Would this be how you would? I mean, hands.
Yeah.
I mean, is that how you would coach?
Yeah. I mean, hey, we call that a swish. As we're working a little bit later than 9 to 5, but hey,
Coach, we got a new kicker on the field today. On this,
is this one
this kickoff? This one, JC Pareda is
senior.
Going to be
doing
the
kicking.
Like
I want to get up and dance a little bit too with everybody else, a little 9 to 5. But again, really, really good drive right there. Great job by the offense, by the offensive line, and again, look, see if we get a little short.
Pareda's little short kick,
and he's having to go back to catch that.
Oh, and a
little block in the back.
There we go. That's a great tackle right there by Austin Kanzler at the 27-yard line. And so great job by J.C. Pareda. We knew we were going to see a couple kickers. J.C. did some kicking duties in the Jamboree against Hazel Green. We didn't see him much last week. But, again, he and Russell, 2 selfless kickers. Both of them want to see each other being successful. And, Coach, we got the band cranking up neck here. Here we go. Let's see if we can get a big stop right here. Would be big to see if we could turn things into a 2-score game here. Stevens takes the snap, rolls to his left, pass is complete to Borges, forced out of bounds by brought down by number 24. And we have, I think it's going to be some extracurricular activities.
With a face mask possibly, but I couldn't really. Didn't look like he got. It looked like he got close, but I couldn't really tell.
It is.
Face mask, and then you got number 80 coming in, freshman. Broderick Williamson.
And you got 34, Fisher Blakely.
Yeah, so we got some freshman action right here with some younger guys coming in. Fisher had a big interception, almost a pick 6 in the JV game Monday night, and again, Broderick played a big role on last year's middle school team.
And that's going to be the big back right there. That's going to – oh, my goodness. And he is just a bumbling and a stumbling
Austin
right
Kanzler
there.
Said, you're not getting away from me.
Landon Pitt bumbling and stumbling, and Kanzler has to come in and clean him up. But Coach, he reminds me, not as tall, but he runs like a little Jerome Bettis.
Yeah, and man, he's just one of those guys that he runs so low with his pads. It's hard to get a hold of him, and he's quick. But he can also hit you right in the mouth, and really good running back for him. And again, I don't look for them to do much more than just run it right here. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And as I say that, they're going to roll him out, and
they're
throwing
going
it to
throw
the big
it
man,
deep,
and he is wide open. And great footwork to stay in bounds. And and we talked about the quarterback being really accurate, and that was an accurate ball. And
one guy was going to catch that. And when you're 6'7", again, you got a lot of room for error, and he laid it in there.
And he, really good throw, and he called it. Good awareness to know where he was at, to kind of put his foot in the ground, get back to the middle of the field, and he goes in. And we talked about it before the game. His brother's going to be playing on Saturdays in the SEC, and he very well will probably be playing on Saturdays as well as either a tight end or a receiver, as you saw his hands and the way he was able to get up the field.
And I'm telling you what, looking at his brother, he looks like an SEC lineman. I mean, obviously he's going to have to put some weight on, only 295. I'm not so sure that the younger brother, Coach, is not the SEC talent today.
Yeah.
Because he is every bit of 210 pounds, if not more. And, you look at what they've done in the passing game, in the college game, and even in the NFL game, and he is the prototypical receiving tight end. Kyle Pitts,
yes.
Tony Gonzalez, Travis Kelce type guy.
And he's a big play guy. I mean, last week on average, he averaged about 35 yards a catch, and right there on that one, that was I would say a good 40 some odd yard pass. So he's a big play guy, and again, just rolled out to the left and just did a really good job of kind of the way they ran their stuff, and then he got kind of wide open behind the defense and made a really good play. And again, now we got the key is going to be to answer back and try to get back on the scoreboard again, and kind of
here we go
into a little bit of a shootout.
Kirkland going to do the kicking. He's going to boom it deep. It's going to Blake again. Blake fields it at the 15-yard line. Blake's going to head to his right, following his blockers. He's going to get to about the 22-yard line. And it looked like Blake had blockers in front of him. I thought he was going to bounce to the outside, and give credit to the Knights. They got to the edge and shut it down. And then once Blake stuck his foot in the ground to go back left, it was over with at that point, and they brought him down. But glad to see multiple guys getting some work on kickoff because you just never know what's going to happen as the year goes on. And Blake's too good of an athlete to not put the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
And here we go. So we're running the same offensive scheme out there. Javian's going to be to Alex's left. Carter, Judah, and Hazelwood. Handoff goes to Javian. He's going to pick up 7 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3. And, if we asked Wales early in the game if he would be content with us running the ball the way we are, I think he would say yes, because in a 3-3-5, you think you should be able to run the ball a little bit. But the way those linebackers fly around, it's extremely tough, and the offensive line has done a great job of opening some holes. I mean, we know what kind of running back Javian is, but the offensive line has provided him
and
with that
great
opportunity.
Block downfield right there.
Jason Riddle, the Riddle brethren right there, Coach.
The little Riddle
We saw them last week on length of the field, and there we go. They're trying to go the length of the field together again this week.
And how fast Javian got down there, he may have been able to go stride for stride with him, but again, again, great job right there by our offensive line. And
CB&S Bank first down right there for the Tigers at the 41. Handoff goes to Riddle again. He is met in the backfield. Looked to be a late. I thought that they might have got a face mask there, but it may have come in late right there from number 31, Connor Partain. But it's going to bring up 2nd down and 2, and here we go. Javian is going to come out. Jalen comes in, and we got replay rolling of that long run. And if you look, just watch Jason up there, man. If Javian wasn't fighting the 12th member of the defense, that sideline, I think, man, we're bouncing that down for a huge gain with Jason leading the way. We hand the ball off to Jalen. He follows the quick guard and the quick tackle for really a CB&S Bank first down. And again, Coach, it's like you said, Arab doesn't do a whole lot. If it ain't broke, don't fix it with the running game.
Yeah.
If it's not broke, we're not going to try and fix it here at Ardmore. And it is a CB&S Bank first down, and we are at the 48-yard line of the Arabian Nights.
Yeah, and you just got to be really encouraged right now if you're Coach Wells, Coach Snyder. Hey, and we'll shout out Coach McLaughlin, our offensive line coach. Really done a great job coaching those guys up, and it's been a good night for them so far.
Yep, and give credit to our running backs. We've had some holes that the offensive line has opened up, but they've run hard. They've known that contact's going to happen at that second level. They ran hard, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 right here. That's probably the shortest gain of these last few runs, besides with Javian. But here we go. We're bringing in Jaden Dorning. We have our man Brody Lindsay.
Judah Wise, and near side to us, Caden Hazelwood. And I did not know until a little bit later that he was the one that caught that big pass across the middle right before halftime, one Brody Lindsay.
Yes, sir. Great job by Jalen running and lowering his shoulder, and that's going to make it 3rd down and manageable here. 3rd down and 3 for the Tigers. And again, Coach, you're in that questionable part of the field. This may be 2 downs for 3.
It is. At this point, it's got to be.
And, Coach, I'm going to be honest with you.
We may run this sucker down.
I think we might. And give us some time to make a decision there. Coach, we are not going to go into break. What we are going to do, though, is we're going to recognize our championship sponsors for this season for Ardmore High School football. That's going to be Wesco Incorporated, Fowler Auction and Real Estate, Ardmore Auto, Ardmore Cabinet, Douthit Construction, Elite Sanitation, Ruderman, Woody Anderson Ford, North Alabama Bank, Butler Realty, G&S Tire and Service Center, First Place Fitness, Jarrett Walker Construction, and First National Bank. Thank you for all you do for the Ardmore program. And, Coach, I know that we are – hold on, folks at home. I don't know right now. Coach O'Donnell's a little distracted. I'm going to see right here. Do we think if Kaylee Lemons or Leah Newman can hit us with – I don't know where Cody is. Cody, we're going to try and catch this ball up here from the cheerleaders. You may want to see Coach O'Donnell's got some hands.
Spray the stickum. Where are we at? Oh, no.
Nobody. Oh, right here. Kayla, come on. Right here, Kayla Gilmore. Oh, man.
I wanted to be able to show a little bit of athleticism off right there, and I was unable to.
And for the folks at home who've been hating on the stash, I hope that we got a good close-up right there of how just majestic it's looking up here in the stands. Give credit to Cody Green down there operating our camera. He's the one that's kind of been in the most danger tonight because we weren't sure whether he had a media credential or not. Nobody said anything to him. We're just, hey, I'm just proud he's still down there this late in the ball game. So give a shout out to Cody.
Nobody. He was talking to some people from Arab, but I think they were complimenting him more than anything. So I think we're good.
And Javian is going to pick up a CB&S Bank first down for the Tigers down to the Arab 35-yard line. And again, Coach, while the scoreboard tells a different story, we've done some really, really good things tonight here offensively.
Yeah, this is, again, our style of we're going to be a physical ground and pound smash mouth team, and we've done that on the offensive side. On the defensive side, we've flown around. And I would venture to say their yards per rush is very low, and that's what you want. And as a defense, you can hang your hat on that. Great job right there, bouncing up, and he's into the 3rd level. He's bouncing off tackles.
That was a big hit.
He took a shot
right there by number 7. He hops back up, but that was a shot right there. Cohen Cantrell. Chase Kirkland stood him up, and Cantrell came in head hunting. And Javian popped right back up. I mean, hey, you're going to take hits like that, but – give Javian credit. I thought that there was going to be a penalty right there on Arab after Braden McKnight kind of had his jersey held.
Man.
And, man, it was high, but Javian popped right back up, and here we go, 20 seconds or so. Nope, 25. A lot of questions as to what's going on with the play clock, Coach. I mean, you and I, we got a 40-second. We got a little penalty at the end. So is that going to be unsportsmanlike conduct there, or was it a personal foul on the high hit? Sideline interference. Oh, wow, and we've been warned a lot about that on our side. So glad to see Coach Wales and one Broderick Dunn getting back, because Snyder has been grabbing and pulling, but Arab has been warned as well. So, when they start throwing out 15 yards for sideline stuff, you better watch your sideline, because it usually ends up coming back to bite you.
Great job right there.
And Javian bounces to the outside, and he is into the end zone for an Ardmore touchdown.
Hey, 61 and 71 right there on two great blocks to free him up, and he bounced out, get to the other side, and Javian Riddle, and I don't know who the player of the games are going to be, but that offensive line and Javian Riddle are two groups that come to mind, and Jalen Smith as well running the ball. It's been a really good night running, and again,
I don't know what we're going to give them at the end of the year, Coach, but I think that we could say that the entire offensive line would be the players of the game. I don't know. We're talking about giving an award at the banquet for play of the year, based on that. But when we talk about players of the game, I really think it's got to be that offensive line group, because they have just gelled as the year's gone on. And, talking with Jason, talking with Braden, talking with Landon, I don't see Jovan much. And Shane is not a man of few words. But talking to 3/5 of the offensive line, They said they wanted that to be their identity. They want it to be a physical unit. They're not all about getting the credit for things, and so we're willing to give them the credit because they have just been an awesome unit.
Shane's way of speaking is, and as you see him bounce right here, and he just, and we'll see him right here and just turn around. And
hey, there it is. Can't see me now. Little John
angle,
Cena.
Little great angle right there by our cameraman, and Shane McKnight's his communication, his talking is he'll give you that little chuckle and smile and
head nod,
and the head nod, and he's happy. But again, great job tonight by the line, and again we've got JC out here. Again, there's a lot of open space in that middle part. Probably look for him to pooch it right there and see what they do. But again, it's Arab 34, Ardmore 14 with 11 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game, and a little bit of scoring here in the second half has broken out, and your Tigers have put 2 on the board in the second half, and our defense has played well. We had the one breakdown right there on the long pass play, but they've had a good night themselves. They've tackled well. They've controlled the line of scrimmage really well, and even though we've given up 34, there's a lot of positives to gain out of this going into region play next week with Hamilton.
There are, and I don't know what we're waiting on here.
The music choice tonight, they've controlled the line of scrimmage really well, and even though we've given up 34, there's a lot of positives to gain out of this going into region play next week with Hamilton.
There are, and I don't know what we're waiting on here.
The music choice tonight, I also will say, the speakers are great, and the music choice.
Okay, we're waiting on the
phenomenal.
ref. He and the Arab coach were trying to figure out whether they were going to get Midas Burger after the game, and I don't know if it'll be open. But Coach, I know that we've had some recommendations of a potential spot to get you that milkshake that you were desperate for at dinner tonight.
I'm not. I will give myself about a B performance tonight, but I think I've done well enough to earn a milkshake on the way home.
I could agree. As the one who's driving you back towards,
I'm more so talking to you.
Back towards Coach. I will run you through. That's okay. Boy, I was going to say, I'm grateful that the referee, the back judge, saw that, because that knee went down, and we were still playing. But if he'd broken through there on that right side, there was nobody. And so knee is down at the 24-yard line. This might, other than the 5-yard line where we were stopped, driving the end zone. This might be the worst starting field position for A-Rab tonight.
Yeah. Again, they got two guys split near side to us, one wide. That will be the big man, and then they got another big man lined up in the B-back spot is there in the shotgun.
Yes, sir. And here we go. Number 11, one Landon Pitts, still doing the running.
Looks like
and man, he is just he's 5'9", but he runs so low to the ground, and his center of gravity is right over the middle of his body. And so you can't arm tackle him. You've got to hit him below the waist and hold on. And here we go.
They're content to kind of now let the not in any hurry right here as we're about to be under 10 seconds on the play clock, and again, no rush for them.
No, they're not. An interesting look right here. Stafford Willis not on the field here for A-Rab in the line. Pitts gets the handoff again. Tackle looks like he's going to be held on to right there by number 31, Gavin McCorkle. That's going to be enough for a first down. But some movement on the offensive line for A-Rab. But give credit to the Tigers. Fisher Blakely out there on the far side over there as an outside linebacker. Flying around, rushing the passer here. And they tried to get us leaning, and we leaned, but we didn't lean far enough. So glad to see some freshmen getting some reps tonight in a quality non-region matchup. Pitts is going to take the run up the middle, and he is tripped up by his own lineman right there, and that's going to bring up second down and 5. Enough. So glad to see some freshmen getting some reps tonight in a quality non-region matchup. Pitts is going to take the run up the middle, and he is tripped up by his own lineman right there, and that's going to bring up second down and 5. But, Coach, still a lot of fans in attendance up here on top of Brindley Mountain. And, Coach, you doing okay over here?
Yeah,
you picking stuff up? You organizing your papers?
Well, I was trying to find some stuff to give out, but not give out any prizes, but just some info. But they've done a really good job of getting us a lot of information for tonight. But again, we're about to be under 9 minutes left.
Yes, sir. And they do that little pop pass again, and great job right there by number 6, Blake Apodaca, of flying down and making the tackle. But again, that hard play action gets our linebackers to bite, and when you've got 6'6" that just gets lost right there in the middle, it's an easy read. Just don't throw it to Ardmore. He's going to catch it. He's got that wide of a catch radius.
Great athleticism right here by Cody Green.
And we'd like to shout out the Ardmore Quarterback Club. They have given us the ability to use Starlink, so we have this clear broadcast on the road. But, sometimes you got to do a little bit of adjusting, and what y'all aren't seeing is a level of athleticism that Coach O'Donnell and I could only dream of having, and that's one Cody Green sprinting up metal bleachers, slick, little bit of slickness with the humidity tonight, carrying a camera bracket, and he's up here adjusting this satellite for us so that you get to hear our sweet voices in your homes on this evening.
I don't know what he's doing, but it looks like we're getting there.
If you've the old cell phone commercials, do you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? That's kind of where we are. So here we go. Stevens he fakes and pass is complete again right there. And great job by Caden Hazelwood. And Caden Kyle lays the boom there, but he is down.
That one.
And he's nursing that elbow. And I think they're going to have to get him off the field here. I don't know if they're going to be able to run somebody. I know that one hurt. But he's going to stay out there. And but right here he lays the boom on that hurt elbow, and so.
And He's gutting through
He's
it.
gutting
right
through it, but to be honest with you, I almost would think go down just to give us a chance, and they're gonna. That may be a heat tie. They're gonna make They're gonna make Caden come off the field, which I thought that they might, but give Caden credit. He's already in that modified. I call it the old Tommy John brace after you've got it that keeps things going. So I don't know if he just hit it like the brace.
The funny ball.
Yeah.
I don't. Stinger. I don't really.
Here comes
know.
Mackenzie, the trainer. She's going to take a look at him, but great job of the officials just making that call. I know he was trying to gut it out for us, but great job of the officials for getting him out of there. And here we go. It's going to be first down from the 33-yard line for Arab, and they're content. They're not going to snap this ball until they're less than 10 seconds left on the play clock, 6:38 to go, Coach. And that was kind of one of your things, that you knew that they were going to control possession, especially in a game like this where we have momentum going offensively. I don't want to say we're content trading scores, because obviously we're trying to go win a ball game, but they don't want their defense back out there on the field with the way we're rolling. And so 2nd down and 8, and with a 40-second play clock, they're going to put this under 5.5 minutes before they take this snap. And maybe closer to 5:40, excuse me.
And again, they're getting up there, with 15 seconds left. Probably, again, they got it right there in front of them to see it, to know where they're at exactly. No rush right here for them as it's under 8 seconds. They're looking.
And
to
Stevens
pass
is going to throw that thing back,
and Zayden fell, and a little toe touch in the end zone.
And Zayden Robinson fell down. He's done that a couple of times tonight. I don't know if it's a cleat issue, if it's a matchup issue. It's
he was.
We're thin in the We're thin in the secondary. Not a lot of secondary depth. So we're getting some word down here. It, as humid as it is, the turf. You can see a sheen on it from about the 25 in. The middle of the field looks to be pretty good, but we're getting word from the field that it's slick. So it probably just slipping and sliding down there. But man,
you could have probably put 2 defensive backs on each other's shoulders and still probably wouldn't have got to 6-7. And it was going to be a tough play to make anyways. As again, you put 6-7 out there, and again he's a big play guy, and that's 2 touchdowns. Yeah, that's 2 touchdowns on the night. We'll go to break real quick as we are under 5:42 left in the 4th quarter.
Looking for all your home improvement needs? Look no further than King's Hardware. From DIY enthusiasts to professional builders, we've got you covered. Browse our wide selection of tools, paints, plumbing supplies, and more. Need expert advice? Our knowledgeable staff is here to help. Discover the charm of a locally owned store with the variety and prices you love. Visit King's Hardware today and let's build together.
We can't wait to see you here at King's Hardware. Go Tigers!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Arab as your Tigers are looking to get a stop right here. 5:42 to go in the game. Really, Coach O'Donnell, I don't know. I'm trying to find that comment from your wife if it got 50 likes. What are the odds that the Stash joins us next week in Hamilton?
I think the Stash is going to be there, one way or the other.
Do you think it makes it to basketball season?
As
it gets colder, Coach. You got to protect your face. You don't want it to get cold.
You do.
Windburn. I know if you were a baseball coach. Listen to me say. I keep the beard on. People say it's
cold as Coach Wells likes to keep it in that gym. It feels like a good February mid-afternoon baseball game in that gym.
And here we go. Javian's going to return the kick. He is down at the 29 yard line. It will be 1st and 10 Tigers from there, a CB&S Bank first down. And, man, you know, I would love to go score again, Coach, but let's see if we can take our time just running this game out and maybe score again before. Coach, you got some score updates for us.
Yeah, more towards this area, but we've got Douglas 47, Westminster 7. Galesville's up 36-0 on Lindsay Lane. Fife is up 35-0 on Sylvania.
Coach, I've got some score updates here. The big one that a lot of people want to know about at home, Columbia 23, East Limestone 13. That is in the fourth quarter. Tanner 35-6 over Hanceville. We have Bob Jones and Athens are tied at 21. Madison Academy up over West Morgan 28-21. Hamilton up 36-8 over Sulligent. Deschler up 38 or 36-16 over Colbert County. Priceville up 39-0 over Springville. Brooks up 22-14 over Lauderdale County. Those are two opponents that we will play later. Alex takes the snap. Handoff goes to one Rain Wiggins, the Rain man himself, on third down. Coach, we had to teach Rain about Rain Man, if that's the nickname we're going to call him. He says he does not know how to count cards, but as a freshman, there are a lot of things that you learn at Ardmore, and that might be something that he picks up if we're going to be calling his name for 4 years.
We need to call him Rain Man because he needs to be raining in a lot of threes for the Tigers this year.
There it is, Coach.
We'll put that on him. Again, we love Rain. He's a really good kid, always a smile on his face, always having a good time. We love
Yes,
Rain.
sir, and glad to see him getting some run right there, and that's a big first down right there. CB&S Bank first down for the Tigers. And again, you talk about JV and obviously him being a senior, Jalen being a junior, but the future is bright, Coach. Rain Wiggins, I mean, I know they got him at running back, but he is just a heck of an athlete overall.
Looks like we got Dakota Evans was coming out now for Carter. So we've got Carter far side to us on the right side. Then you got
Judah in the middle.
And Caden on the far side, outside receiver spot.
Handoff goes to Wiggins right here. He tries to bounce to the outside. Great job of sealing that edge right there by the Knights. He's going to gain 1, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 9. 3:54 and counting.
That gains about a yard. 2nd down.
And it will be interesting to see the dynamic for the Tigers moving forward. Arab was slow rolling it. Obviously, we're trying to score and continue to chase some points. Javian Riddle back in the ball game here on 2nd and 9. 3:30 and counting to go in the game. Alex is looking to wait to snap at 9 seconds. Javian gets the handoff. He runs up to about the 45-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Coach O'Donnell is heading down to the field to get some post-game takes. I know that Coach Wales said that he would try and talk with us, so we'll try and talk with him and get a few takes here before we head out from Arab tonight. Under 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Arab 41, your Tigers 14. Five seconds to go on the play clock. Javian gets the handoff. He breaks it, and that is a CB&S Bank first down, cross midfield, crossing the 45 to the 44-yard line of the Knights. 2:28 to go in the game. 30 seconds on the play clock, waiting on the game clock. It is now rolling here. Interested to see if the Tigers can push some more points on the board here before the ball game is over with. Pass is going to be complete right there to Judah Wise. He's going to do a great job catching that ball, getting out of bounds. Enough for a first down for the Tigers. 2:06 to go in the game. 30 seconds on the play clock, and we'll see Great job getting out of bounds by Judah right there. Handoff's going to go to number 2. Jalen Smith brings up second down and 9, under 2 minutes to go. 40-second play clock. We'll be interested to see if we try and hurry up here a little bit with under 2 minutes to go. Here's the replay of the pass. Great play action right there from Alex. Draws in that secondary guy, number 22, Kirkland. Judah wide open. Bounces it upfield for a first down. Here we go. Alex play action. Pass is complete right there to Hazelwood in traffic. Kirkland on the coverage, enough for a CB&S Bank first down. 1:32 to go. Clock will start. The ball is positioned. 1:28 and counting. 30 seconds on the play clock as your Tigers look to punch it in the end zone one more time this evening. Jalen on the carry, running hard. Looks like he's gained about 4 yards. And that is going to bring up 2nd and 6, and that we will be under 1 minute to go in the ball game. Coach O'Donnell, can you hear me down there on the field?
Yes, sir. I am here.
Hold on, Coach. Sorry, we're getting you unmuted here. Coach, can you hear me down there on the field?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, good deal. Here we go. Yep, Alex, he snaps it. Jalen runs behind Landon. Looks like he's going to get across the 5-yard line. Huge block right there by Landon Snyder, sealing that edge. And 47.4 seconds, Coach. Real good chance for the Tigers to punch another one into the end zone here. Great job. And we are going to get a...
Yeah, it looks like we're look to maybe get a run with Jalen right here. Look, they're kind of yelling for Hazelwood to maybe run some type of in or an out and get him a fade right here.
And the run goes to Alex. They look to push him forward. He's going to be down right there about the 3-yard line. We've got to get up quick. We now have a timeout there by Ardmore, our first timeout of the second half. We smell blood in the water, Coach, and nothing like putting some points on the board, even though at this point it may be too little too late.
Well, again, you score a touchdown, going out right here at the end. Again, build some momentum, and I'm really curious to see what the final numbers are for us offensively, yardage-wise, and how many rushing yards we had, because we did a really good job of establishing the line of scrimmage tonight, and it'd be really good to kick one more in the end zone right here before the end of the game, and again, carry that into next week when we go to Hamilton.
Yes, sir, and I've got some score updates while we have a second. So the Parker Thundering Herd up 27-7 over the James Clemens Jets. Big one, Coach. Coleman Bearcats 14, Hartselle Tigers 9. Columbia has extended the lead 29-13 over East Limestone. Oak Mountain up 38-14 over the Buckhorn Bucks. Albertville up 43-15 over the Hazel Green Trojans. Here we go. Alex King under center, hands the ball off to number 2, that's 0, Javian Riddle into the end zone for an Ardmore Tiger touchdown. A few more scores. Bob Jones takes the lead 28-21 over Athens. Madison Academy 28-21 over West Morgan. Here we go. Russell Carter's extra point is up and good. 30.7 to go in the game. Knights 41, Tigers 21. Coach, a few more scores. Local scores. Scottsboro over Crossville 62-0. Tanner 35-6. West Point homecoming game. Cleburne County 42, West Point 7. From up north in Tennessee, Giles County 21, Henry County 7. Lexington 39, Clements 7. Priceville with the win 39-16 over Springville. The Decatur Red Raiders get a first victory 20-12 over Grissom. But the big one tonight, Coach, East Limestone looking to go 0-2, and Columbia 2 wins in a season for the first time since I don't know when. I know at least 2015 was the last time they won, because their last win before the 101 game losing streak, Coach O'Donnell?
Yeah, I believe I know that trivia question. I think it's the Ardmore Tigers.
It was the Ardmore Tigers, Coach. And here we go, J.C. Pareda on to do the kicking. Short kick, fair catch by Kirkland.
That's a really good kick right there. That was right there and kind of in no man's land, where if he didn't get it, Broderick's right there on him. And it was close to being out of bounds, but a great job, great kick by JC. And that's, you just see it happen, and there's a lot of work that goes into that, and that's really hard to do. So really good job right there by JC.
Give credit to one Sean Holt. Sean Holt, our special teams coordinator, as well as Coach Bryant Wallace, because I know that he has he's really been working with these kickers, trying to make sure that we can pick up where we left off, losing Gabe Alejandro last year. And here we go, backup quarterback in the game here for Arab. 30 seconds to go in the game, and tackle, and that probably will be it, Coach. We don't have to run another play. It looks like we're going to midfield for the shake, and that's going to be it, Coach. And your Ardmore Tigers are going to fall after a hard-fought game against the Arabian Knights, 41-21. Coach, we have a little bit, because obviously that we've got to shake hands before you get the interview. We had that crazy interception in the first quarter that led to a touchdown. You take that one off the board, who knows what happened. We punched that ball in down there. All of a sudden, it's now 35-28 Tigers. And, I thought we played very, very well tonight. There's a lot to hang our hat on, but most importantly, we came out healthy.
Yeah, and I just kind of got word from our statistician. Javian is finished with 118 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's still kind of totaling up the total yards, but he said it's close to about a 50-50 split. We may have outgained them tonight. So, again, offense did a really good job moving the ball. And, I'm over here on the sideline, and, man, these guys are pretty big. They're pretty big guys, and Cody, and their offensive line was big.
I don't know if you just knew that but your back was turned. But my man, number 14, Owen Lambert, I was going to say that would have been a blindside hit right there. But he tripped over his own 2 feet right there and about blew up our camera operator. So Coach O'Donnell, I'll let you try and find our first interview of the evening as the fans begin to trickle out here. But I think there is a lot to look forward to going into Hamilton next week for our Tigers.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. A lot of good things to build on from tonight. And again, every week you try to take the good. You continue to try to do good. The things you did well, you try to improve on those, and things you need to fix, you try to clean it up. And again, great job tonight by our guys, kind of answering the bell. And I think we're going east to the side right here. But again, really good job by our guys tonight. Again, we'll get those final yards. May not can get them tonight, but try to get those to you next week. But
now, here we go.
Again, really good job by our offensive line.
Team's getting over here for the alma mater, Coach. If you want to slide to your left, I think the coaching staff is going to be a little bit more out towards the 40. See if we can get somebody. I know Snyder's at the back of the pack right there. But yeah, right across the 50 there, Coach. I'm gonna track with you here. See if we can pull somebody to speak to there. There's Coach Wales, Coach. If you want to go to Wales, is right there in front of you. Let's talk to Coach Wales, Coach O'Donnell. He's coming right out there to you. Coach, we've got Coach Wales here. Coach, go ahead.
All right, we're with offensive coordinator Coach Bryant Wales. Again, we talked a lot this week about just the physicality of what this game's going to be. Javian had 118 yards. That's before we've totaled up Jalen's. I thought our offensive line did a really good job of controlling the line of scrimmage and matching their physicality. And what we put up 21 points tonight. A lot of positives. What what's some things you can say really well about our offensive line and just our offense as a whole, really doing a good job this week of answering the bell of the physicality of what this game was going to be?
Yeah, I mean, we go in down 20-0 at the half, but we had 2 turnovers, and I told the guys this week, Arab's a really good football team. We got to be able to throw and catch, and we had the one go off our hands that led to a turnover they scored off of. We had a fumble that they scored off of, and, I'm not trying to take anything away from Arab, but if we don't turn the ball over and get a field goal blocked in the first half, it might be a different ball game. I thought offensively we played really well. I thought Javian stepped up tonight and toted the load. Jalen's having to do a lot on defense, so it's really Javian right now. We're trying to get Rain in there at the end to bring him along. But I thought the offensive line is doing exactly what we need them to do. They're really young, still really inexperienced, but, they're doing what we need them to do. We just can't turn the ball over,
Yeah, and we referenced it at the start of the game. Arab's a big bend but don't break type of defense. When they get to the red zone, last week they stopped Gunnersville, I think, 3 times. We got to the red zone and was able to score a couple times tonight. So from tonight, getting ready for Hamilton, what's some things that you think we need to kind of clean up and improve on, and what's some things that we did really well that you think we can kind of start using in the future as we get into region play?
I think we got to clean up pre-snap penalties, turnovers, obviously. I was proud of the guys. I challenged them at halftime. I said, hey, look, that defense over there hadn't given up a point in 6 quarters, So find a way to get something, find a way. And we found a way to get 21 there in the second half. So they answered the bell. Look, man, they do exactly what I asked them to do and what Coach Snyder asked them to do. They're great kids. They're just going to keep chopping at it, man. And when you got 0 in the backfield along with 2 and Rain's coming along, like, just half a second's all you need, and they might make something happen. We're bringing our receivers along. So I think things are looking forward for us on the offense as far as going forward. Just got to keep at it.
Coach, while I've got you real quick, ask him the question. Lydia's trying to get you to shave this stash with the likes. What's Coach Wales' take on that?
So in the comments got a little wild tonight and hairy. Lydia said if 50 people would like the comment that she would shave my mustache. Do you have any thoughts or anything, comments you'd like to make about that specifically?
Hey, if there was a way I could delete the comments or likes or whatever Lydia wanted, like, we got to keep this thing on the face. I mean, what they want.
We had a lot of people coming in at the very end with some momentum saying save the stash, and I appreciate that. That's pretty encouraging. I think it's going to be able to stay around for another week, and it'll live to fight another day, and we'll take it to Hamilton next week. Coach, we appreciate a little bit of time. Again, great job tonight. I thought you called a great game. Thought the offense executed really well, and look forward to seeing you guys again next week here when we travel to Hamilton.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you, Coach, and I know that we're going to try and get Coach Snyder. Coach, do we have a few more stats right there as you're getting the statistician? Do we have anything to add? Obviously, Javian, do we have any totals from Jalen? Because I really felt like we outgained them tonight, especially as the game went on. I know they had some big plays, but maybe we didn't outgain them. But anything there to report?
Yeah, so we did actually outgain them 395 to 377.
Wow.
So we put up 395 yards of offense tonight. On top of what we talked about with Javian's, Jalen, I think, put together around, I think he said 47 to 50 yards. So almost 400 yards of total offense. And, that's really impressive, really good by the offense. And again, the line played a big role in that as well. And so that was really good. That's a lot of yards. So great job by them. Great job by our offensive staff, offensive line, Coach Glock, all those guys. And as we're getting ready to break it down right here, we'll try to catch Coach Snyder for just a quick sec before we get off here, and we'll get kind of our minds and everything ready towards Hamilton next week.
Yes, sir. And my biggest takeaway of this evening is, you go out and you have a big win last week, close win, and there's a lot of emotions in that win. How do you come out the following week and perform? And, we were a little sluggish early, but we turned it on, and the boys decided to bear down when necessary. And that's going to be something like we talked about last year, Coach, is that as we get into region play, it's going to be a full four-quarter game. And so, you have some miscues early. How do you execute in the third and fourth quarter? And offensively, I thought we did well. Defensively, do we have some things to work on? Sure, but there were also some bright spots there with our defensive line and our linebackers. Still, hey, working on tackling, something you can always do. And, Coach, let's see if we can get Coach Snyder right there in the middle of the pack in black shirt in the middle of the white shirts there and get his take on tonight's game.
Yeah, we got him. All right, we're live again with Coach Snyder. I'll rattle off some stats you may not even know right now. We had 395 yards of total offense. We held them to 377. Again, I thought we responded and really answered the bell this week. I had a lot of stuff go on, but I think our offensive line and our defensive lines were two really big units tonight. What can you take from that moving forward into next week as you get into region play where you're 0-0 and you're facing a really good Hamilton squad?
Well, we're 6 years into this, so moral victories is not something that we're going to hang our hat on. But like I told our kids, man, they've been through a lot. It's been some burdens on some shoulders and some heavy hearts. I know this week they've had to carry a lot, and for them to come out and be able to play, that was one way for us to get away. And I asked them to fight their guts out. And they did. I know we came up short on the scoreboard. I'm not about the moral victory. We still lost, but nonetheless, I walked out of the locker room. I said I was the luckiest man alive because I get to walk out with those guys behind me. Man, I'm proud of them. But we got to use this as a stepping stone, things that we did well, improve on, and then things we didn't do well, make sure we get better at as we get head into region play at Hamilton next week.
No doubt, Coach. And you could tell these guys from the time they stepped out on the field, from the first quarter, pregame, all the way to the end, they kept the same energy. You'd never know if they were winning or losing, and I know you really talked to them a lot about that. And again, I know it's not the scoreboard what we wanted score-wise, but I thought we did a lot of really good things that we could do moving into next week. And again, Javian, I think he had right at 110 yards, 3 touchdowns. Again, that offensive line moved those guys around, and I know that's not easy. So. Coach, we appreciate your time. Get some rest, get ready for Hamilton, and we'll see you next Friday. Appreciate you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Guys. I appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Coach Bryant O'Donnell down there on the field getting some feedback from Coach Wales and Coach Snyder. Again, like they said, you can't be content with the moral victories. We do come here, we lose 41-21. But at the end of the day, we step into a game next week. We are 0-0 again, 1 week at a time, heading into region play as your Tigers will travel to Hamilton to open up region play next week. For Patrick Cornell, that was Coach Brian O'Donnell on the field. Thank you all for being with us. Thank you for the team that makes this possible for me to be able to do every Friday night. This has been Ardmore Football here on the AHS Sports Network.
To meet the bankers. I'm Crystal Tucker of First National Bank, Vice President and Branch Manager. Let's meet the team. Candace Bolden, Relationship Manager. Kelly Clem, Loan Assistant. Mackenzie Dean, Customer Service Representative. Jessica Green, Head Teller. Kiara Rivas, Teller. Story Daniels, Teller. Stephanie Holder, Teller. Maggie Fuzzy, Teller. First National Bank. Proud to be partners in education with Ardmore High School and to sponsor the 18th annual Meet the Tigers. Go Tigers!
Guys, welcome home. Yay, that's mine.
It's your move. Start with a good serve, and you have an advantage. With a powerful serve from CB&S Bank, one of the best performing banks in America and #1 in Alabama in their asset category, you're in control of your financial game. If you're new to the area, check out CB&S Bank. You could be a top performer too. Learn more at cbsbank.com.
Looking for all your home improvement needs? Look no further than King's Hardware. From DIY enthusiasts to professional builders, we've got you covered. Browse our wide selection of tools, paints, plumbing supplies, and more. Need expert advice? Our knowledgeable staff is here to help. Discover the charm of a locally owned store with the variety and prices you love. Visit King's Hardware today and let's build together.